Right. We're here. We have made it. Oh my gosh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Hello. I'm a practical eccentric, and I'm here for Teddy Savin. But also, I'm here to take a rest because, oh my gosh. So, springtime, not surprising for many, many people, is a time to, like, kind of open the house, air out the stuff, clean, rearrange, start addressing projects, things like that. And oh man, figured out that, you know, like priorities for everybody who needed what we needed to get done. We had some car stuff, we have some house stuff, we have 2 kids, so stuff for them. So one of the things that my little one needed was a desk, and we ended up finding one, right price, right timing, right all of the things. So we were like, let's get it. Well, the problem is that it's a little bit bigger than just stick it in the room and then figure it out later. So yesterday, I decided to... Actually, I should be shuffling cards while I'm chatting. Needed to clean the room in order to make space, but then also go, this is the time to rearrange furniture and do some major things. So it took I wouldn't say 100% of the day yesterday, but like nearly. So he had a little loft bed that we got from IKEA. So it's not a huge bed, but it's one of those beds that could be turned upside down to either be the loft bed, or if it's the other way, then it can be down low on the ground. And he's been interested in trying it out low on the ground for a while. It's been a loft since he has been using it. And I was like, well, let's while you're cleaning your room, I will sit up here and I will move furniture and things out that you no longer want, like big toys, things, or things that you aren't playing with, and that maybe I'll take it to the basement. We'll see how it feels not having it in your space, and if you actually miss it or not, and then we can decide later if you actually really miss it, or, because, I mean, there's some big footprints. Like, one of them was Thomas the Train, like, depot thing, and then there was a Hot Wheels thing. Anyway, and if we flipped his bed over, some of that stuff was under the bed, so we had to find homes for it outside of the bed, and then there was this new desk. So anyway, long story short, I rearranged. I flipped, and my older son, my little one, and I just kind of went whole hog yesterday. Flipped the bed, you know, had to put the bed back in the corner and then move a table and then pull the bed and then move another thing and then move the bed. Anyway, it was an ordeal, and I totally was wiped out by the end of the day. But the desk is heavy, so it was going to be like we should have had a dolly for it if we wanted to haul the whole box up into the room because it's upstairs. Or we could open the box in the car and then take it out piece by piece. So I was like, well, I don't know when I'm going to have time for that. You know, my husband was like, well, when are we going to have time for that? And I was like, well, you guys could do it. You know, and I wouldn't be mad if you did it without me. Although I do like assembling furniture. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like real life Legos, I guess, maybe. And I was really into that when I was a kid. But I like building things. So I always like to be involved. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to open the box and see what it looks like. And so I opened the box and I was like, well. So the reason I was a few minutes extra this morning getting in was because I needed to cool down, because I opened the box and then I hauled all the pieces in. Because I was just like, screw it. Let's just do this. So all the pieces are upstairs waiting to be built. And that's fine. But anyway, it was a lot. And I'm tired. And I was extra hot from doing all that. And so, hence the tank top. And the fan is on. But we have survived. And it's exciting. I like, you know, I always, when I was a kid, I loved rearranging my room. So he was super stoked last night. My older son was a little jealous. But, you know, he got his own version of the same kind of stuff when he was little. Like, he didn't get excluded. It's just, it's his brother's turn right now. And, he, of course, that is a little bit jealous. And he's fine. He's just, you know, coping with those feelings a little bit. But his time is coming. And he's gotten some pieces already. He's just, there's one piece he's really excited about. It's just the most expensive piece. And so he's having to wait a little bit longer. But the car was expensive, so he can wait. Anyway, the card of the day is Perseverance. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers go to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters. Ain't that the message of the day? Wow. Once again, not surprised at the message. All right. So take your message of perseverance and do with it what you will. Cuss and bitch and moan if you need to, but you will persevere and survive. You will conquer your mountain, whatever your mountain may be. There you have it. Oh, I need to actually write the word down, woman. Perseverance. All right. There we have it. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's going to be nice outside. This week is going to be utter chaos for me because I ended up picking up next Saturday as a work day. Not really thinking about the fact that I would need to make time for Easter stuff. And the drive-in opens next weekend and we've been talking about going. So it's like, when do I have time to do any of this? I was trying to talk to my little one. I'm like, you know, the Easter Bunny would really appreciate it if we didn't necessarily have to have the hunt this year. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. And it might affect next week's stream. I'm not sure if I'm going... I might try and just push it to later in the day. I haven't talked to my husband yet about it. I really need to remember to do that. But I might do it in the afternoon because that would make the most sense for us. But we'll see. Anyway, that reminds me of other stuff I have to take into account. Blah, blah. All right, so let's do the things. The things are this. Pause. Pause. Thank you. And then we can do this. And then we can just wait. All right. What else do I need to do? Oh, I need to switch my screen over. I need to turn my ears up. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I've been looking forward to this. I've been saving it like a present. It's awesome. Do I usually turn this all the way up? I feel like I do. Let's look at it. Seems like it'll be okay. All right. Oh my gosh. I have not played in not quite a month, because I think I played at least once or twice trying to work on the building that I was working on in the interim, but that's it. So it's been probably close to a month since I've played. And fishing. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, I do need to turn it down a bit, don't I? Do I need to turn it down a bit? Or is it good? Sounds like it's raining outside. So let's look at the thing. Fishing has arrived. So this update happened on the 18th, so been like fishing has officially arrived in the lands of Ursa. Fishing. Head to the Book of Summoning and pick up your Wand of Cozy Waters. Then start casting. With over 50 fish to discover, including seasonal varieties and mythic rare fish, there is plenty to keep you busy day and night along the shores of Ursa. More fishing content is already on the way, including a personal leaderboard, new mythical creatures, and additional features to expand your adventures. Aquariums. Aquariums have been updated to hold your catches. Found something rare you do not want to sell? Display it instead. Use the alternate interact button to lock or unlock your aquariums, giving you control over what gets sold and what stays on display. Whether you want a small decorative habitat or a full cozy fish shop, the choice is yours. Thank you all again for your continued support. I hope you enjoy fishing, and I look forward to sharing even more updates soon, which is awesome. Okay. And there have been a few updates happening because I've had to update my game and all of that. Also, I wanted to let you know that if you are interested in Retro Rewind, you can now get Teddy's Haven and Retro Rewind as a bundle. So, on Steam. So if you are interested in this game and don't have it yet, or if you are interested in that game, it's a good time to pick it up. I actually already picked it up because it had been paired with Bookshop Simulator, but I was like, ah! It's nice, though. It's nice. It's like, they obviously know we like certain things. Yep, raining today. Oh my gosh. Hey. Oh. Did you... They usually moved like that? I don't want that. Although I kind of feel like I should rename them at some point. Alright, we are in fall, day 5. Looks like we have a decent chunk of money. Probably still gathering am I still doing seasonal apples, like, independent? I don't know. So, I haven't really made a ton of progress here. I think, was I working on... I might not have done this. I think I did this off stream, where I had to figure out how to get the stairs to behave so that I didn't get stuck on the lip of this razor. But I haven't done a ton. Just been trying to, you know, poke at it, because it is a tricksy thing, building. But one day, this will be my shop over here. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Oh, and now there's like there was some other update where he had a, hold on. Toggle auto. Okay. Probably won't use it, just because I don't have the habit unless my fingers start to wear out. But my fingers started to get saved once I started using glow spires. Okay, so I have no idea. Oh yeah, this was the aquarium. Selling off. Selling off? Selling on. Okay. Let's look in the book and see what's going on in the book. Oh, there's the other one. Okay. So they look a little bit different when you do selling off and on. Okay. Hey, Teddy. How you doing, baby? Does Small Patch say anything? Okay. Auto harvest placement. Oh, here's that. Okay. Hold the modifier button, left control, LB, while pressing interact to automatically harvest and place item on shelves. Arcane redirect. Oh yeah, that is old stuff. All right, so it's just the new Small Patch was the auto harvest. All right, we'll do this. Do I want to push these buttons? Oh, you know what I should do? I should see if there's any visitors before I push the button, and then we can look at the. Then we can look at the Book of Summoning and push the button and do all of those things. But let's see if we've got visitors today. I don't think so. I don't think anybody visits when it's raining like this. I could be completely wrong. Hey everybody. How you doing? What the what? Oh, it's the fishing thing. I'm gonna wait to talk to you. It's the fishing. Because I saw a little rod. Okay, I'm gonna run over and do Umbral. And then we'll go back and push the button. Not that Umbral affects gathering of anything, but... Oh, hello there. It's been a while since someone stopped to speak with me. My name is Umbral. I'm rather old. Interesting, he's giving me an introduction. I wonder if this is a new piece he's written for this. Okay. I've been sitting here for quite some time now, or perhaps I only just arrived. After enough years, time has started to feel a little blurry. I used to count the seasons. Now they mostly just pass by like friendly waves. I remember many stories from my travels, old adventures, strange places, curious creatures. Though I must admit, some of the details aren't quite as sharp as they once were. But stories don't mind being a little fuzzy around the edges. They're still worth telling. If you have the patience, I would be happy to share one with you tomorrow. It's always nice having someone to listen. And I do hope I'll see you again. Thank you, truly, for stopping to hear an old creature like me. Interesting. That's nice that he's added a little intro. What? How did I get it? I need to go look at that, because I honestly thought that was Umbral's benefit, but no, that wasn't. It was something else. Let me look. Water's Blorb. Okay. All right. I'm pushing the button. And Book of Summoning. I imagine it's not going to be in products. Just going to skim through this and see what's up. Looks like he might have reorganized this stuff. I feel like the aquariums weren't up here before, but maybe I am totally mistaken. It's been a month, or about a month anyway. I don't remember exactly the last time I played, so. Okay. Plants, lights, building, more lighting. Go ahead and do arcane redirect on. Kind of wish this was sticky, like once I set it, that it stays like saved, but it's okay. I just have to remember, and sometimes I don't remember stuff. Holiday. Okay. And that stuff that, I don't remember what it was called, like office maybe? Green spirit statue, musical instruments. Okay. That looks like stuff I recognize. Oh wait, crafting. Okay. I got an itch. I know. Let's see. Storm sprout. Gardening plots. Not there. Interesting. Do I need to buy it from the book? The other book? Magical. Oh, maybe not. Wind of Cozy Waters. Channels warm orb magic to gently catch fish unharmed. Well, gimme, gimme, gimme. And then paint. I don't think anything in here has changed. That's good. All right. Did it? Oh crap! It went in the thing. Oh, I know where my wand of boxing is. It's down where I was building because I wanted to use it when I needed it. Okay. What am I doing? I don't remember how to do things. I don't remember. I'm like, wait. Okay, it's not here. Okay. Okay. Pick up. I kind of feel like this needs to live somewhere else, you know? Not necessarily up here. But I come talk to you. Hello. What you doing? Can I talk to you with this in my hand? Oh, I can't. All right, that's fine. Can I not? Oh, you're not like a talking thing anyway. You're just hanging out. Well, shit. Oh, wait. This is not how this game works. Okay, good job. Hey, shopkeeper. I'm fishing friend, your wiggly water buddy. Fishing has finally splashed into the land of Ursa, and I'm here to show you how it works. Fishing here is nice and gentle. No hooks, no harm. Fish are caught in cozy little magical orbs, safe and sound. You can sell them or keep them in aquariums to show off your fishy friends. Just use the settings on the aquarium to choose if shoppers can buy them or not. And don't worry, our fish are perfectly fine. They're a bit spicy to eat anyway. If anything ever happens, they'll just pop right back in our waters like nothing happened. Think of it as sending them on a fun little adventure. All right, let's get fishing. Getting started. Open the Book of Summoning, then go to the Magical tab, get yourself a wand of Cozy Waters, place the wand stand, then interact with it to pick up your wand. How to fish. Find some water. Hold the interact button to charge your cast. The longer you hold, the farther it goes. Let go to cast your magical line. Now be patient. Fish like to nibble a bit before they're ready. When a fish is ready, you'll see a big splash of water and your wand will give you a little signal too. That's your moment. Hit the interact button again to reel it in. And that's it. Pop your fish into an aquarium, lock or unlock it for shoppers, and enjoy your new aquatic buddies. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you need help again, just come find me. I'll be nearby, probably staring at water, or falling into it. Awesome. All right, let me make... My screens are weird over here, so I need to fix it. It's mostly fine. Oh no, that's not mostly fine. What is happening? There, that's better. I was like, why is this weird? All right, so... I'm going to become reacquainted with what the heck... Oh! That water guy. The problem with adding zip lines to go to Umbrow is that now I miss him when he pops up sometimes. I mean, it's nice because then I don't get startled. Not that, like, I mind getting startled terribly, although some people I know do. So if you want to just zip past him and not really ever be startled by him, just add some zip lines. Because he's slower than zipping past him. But that's why I got that 15%. I thought it was the water guy, but it is not. Or the fishing guy. Alright, let's see. Let's go try this again. Now, is it any body of water? Like, is this a body of water? Oh. Did that actually give me fish? Wait. Nope. What did he say again? I thought it had to do with the splashing. Because my thing turned red. You have to hit it at the exact... I don't feel like I'm getting fish. Is there a thing? Oh, fish. Should I go talk to him again? Am I screwing it up? Do I have to hold the button down? I heard a blah blah blah. No. There it is. Okay. I had to wait. There was like a, like, hey, hey, and then like the little thing started spinning over there. And then it told me info on what I got. All right, let's look. Hail Vine Glass Start. Okay. So it's not an immediate thing. It's a, okay, it's coming. And there you go. Another one. All right. Let's go switch to a different chunk of water. I'm also not sure if, like, what the areas of water are different, because I'm assuming it's areas of water. Oh, crap, woman, don't do that. Okay, we're getting used to it. Venom Wave Tide Rush. Okay. Autumn Flare Grimscale. It's got a little symbol on it. That's interesting. I don't know what that means. Now, is it only one fish type per aquarium? I'm also assuming max level is 35. Nope. Too early. 2 different fish have come out from this area. Venom Wave Tide Rush. Alright. Like, is this still considered the same water? With the same types of fish? Seems. Okay. How far do I have to go in? Or is the ocean the ocean? Because the little monument pool was different. How far can we go? Okay, that's how far we can go. Wow. Ooh. Gilded Drakefin. I want to know what those little symbols mean. Are those like special fish? How will I know? Like, what makes them... Because they said rare mythical fish. And so it makes me wonder, how will I know? It'd be nice if there was some kind of... like, logbook or something, you know, collection something to let you know, you know? That might be kind of nice for just the regular crafted stuff too. So that you could have like the recipes. Kelp packfin, different fish. I wonder if it's proximity to this bridge maybe somehow. I don't think that one had a symbol. Maybe the symbol is the... Ah, crap. The special fish. Kelp packfin. Hey buddy, I'm sorry I didn't notice you sooner. So we'll see if we get a kelp packfin up here as well. Yep. Okay. Let's go on up here. Something green. Fall Shroud Lake Maw. Is the symbol maybe the first time I catch it? It's like, ooh, it's a new fish. Although that one, was it the gilded one that had the yellow one? Maybe that means it's new and something extra, because gilded sounds fancy, you know? I haven't looked in the Discord about it because, again, I'm trying to, like, wait to, you know, to, like, get to try it out a little bit and see what I see. I like that it doesn't matter that I'm way up here. Okay, that has a symbol, and it's a different symbol. Velicurrent Flow Runner. So I'm wondering if the symbol is representative of, like, the area. Like, the ocean. Does the ocean get represented by the little wave? That was almost like a flower. Kelp packfin. Did not notice what symbol I got, if I got a symbol for the kelp packfin. Oh, I love being able to fish from way up here. I love it. Okay, that's a wave symbol again. Violet Current Flow Runner. Wonder what that means. I'm sure somebody has figured out. Somebody with lots of time to sit there and test and experiment and look and math and chart and spreadsheet. Somebody has probably figured it out. Oh, there's a pool up here. Let's try this one. Seems extra shaky right now. Pale Vine Glass Dart. Gotten one of those. Okay, so that's like a little pool thing, because that was the one that I got from the monument pool as well. Okay, that's got a little wave symbol. It's green. Amber Glimmerfin. New fish found. So it tells me a new fish is found, so I don't know. Let's... Because in the inventory menu, it doesn't tell me, it doesn't show me their little symbols. Ooh, Umbralite Aurora Fin. And it's blue. It's a blue wave this time. Interesting. Fishing level 5. I'm assuming it's got similar things. Rarity chant times 0. And we still have a mount times 1. That's fine. Ooh, beekeeping is close to level 35, although it's probably ages away right now. Refining is still low. Crystology, okay. We're doing okay on that stuff. Alright. I don't remember. I don't think there's another pool up there. I wonder if there's out-of-bound fish. Wouldn't that be funny? Can I get on the thing while holding the thing? you know. I wonder if I'm gonna have to have... Nope. Oh, what the... Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, I'm gonna have to note that. Hold on a second. So I cast my reel into, or the, you know, the wand into, what the heck are these called again? Zip lines. And now it's stuck. Look at that. That's crazy. Okay, don't do that. At least I can put the wand away because I couldn't right or left click. All right. Well, we got to level 5 of fishing. There's part of me that wants to run around and see if he's been like messing with any stuff, you know? Because that's how he is. He messes with stuff. And then people are like, hey, were you messing with stuff? And he's like, yup. All right. Oh, gosh. Zippy, zippy. Okay, how do I probably get it from here. So let's look at what fish we have more of. I mean, oh my gosh. Oh, what? In little bubbles. Oh, that was so fast. Okay. Ah. Why are we so fast? I was not... Is it 1.8? 1.08? Is it an 8% market price adjustment? This is not how we do things. 11.54 times 1.08. Now, my next question is, it looks like there might be space for more than one fish. Let's, yep. 12.46. Okay, good. I remembered. Good for me. All right, but it looks like there's space for more than one here. So let's see if I can stick a different fish in here with them. Well, you're looking good. Ooh. Is it 3? It's going to take a bit to get some fishing going on, though. And I'm assuming glow spires will not pick up fish. So it might, you know, this might be just a see how it goes kind of thing. And not necessarily, I'm going to sell fish. I might have to accumulate fish before I really want to sell fish. All right. Okay. I bet the price could tell me. If I put something in and it's like really expensive, it's like, oh, this must be a fancy fish. Okay, 14.85. Now, is that the end of this tank? This tank's ability. See, this looks fancy, but maybe it's just because it's new to me, you know? I only got one of each of these. Well, let's see if I can stick it on here. No, it's bigger than the other ones. That also says something. Okay, so I couldn't stick it in there. But if I say selling off, no price. That's nice. Because it's like, wait, how paranoid am I gonna get? That I've got something for sale that I don't mean to have for sale. Now, can I do more than one in here? Kind of feel like the answer will be no. Those are kind of large as well. Okay, so no, which is fine. Put you in there. But this is definitely like, look at my sweet fishing trophies kind of vibe, you know? My gosh. I'm gonna have like a wall of fish. Cute. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and sell those today, though, I think. Now, what do I normally do? Let's look at our fruit. We are still hoarding apples. Not Fay Peach. What are those peaches called? Royal Peach. Oh, so I'm still going after those, it looks like. Because I think I've been trying to stop at around 10 grand. Like, stop fussing, you know? But, pretty sure I'm still looking for tufts. Yeah, especially the blue. Ugh, maple tuft. I should probably start making effort for the maple and jasper tufts. How about wool? Wool's doing okay. What else was there? There was the turtle things. I don't remember what those are called. Are those called scales? Wardle scales. Not turtles, wordles. So those are still on the to-do list. They're actually doing okay, though. 1,800. It's not too bad. All right. Do I do that before I start the day? I don't think so. Where are we at for upgrades? Well, let's pay everybody. Let's get that out of the way. So before I start trying to spend any money, I should change my shop name at some point. I'm gonna think of a name. Ooh. Levels I'm not at yet. Interesting. 74k. Oh, that's right. 74.5. And I feel like that's what's been the last few level unlocks. I'm kind of hoping it's for the last 4. I only have 4 more unlocks. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't wait. Okay. That's what I'm seeing out of my periphery. Make that stop, please. Thank you. All right. Gimme, gimme, gimme. There we go. All right. I can go ahead and start the day. I can do my little collecting business. While the shop is running, you know? I can do that. There is part of me that kind of wants to look around, though, you know, and see if there's anything to be seen. I should put a glow spire over here. How many eggs do I even have? Ooh. I mean, 4,000 is probably okay for a while, but still. Yeah, maybe we'll do kind of a long run today and scope around and see if we can see anything. Although it is raining, which means I may not notice. I may not notice even if the sun is shining. Who are we kidding? Might just be like, la la la. Not that I really need that, so I have 35,000 of those. Like, I don't need that. Hey, buddy. Oh, that's what we could do to make sure that we go around everywhere. You coming? See if the cats behave. See if I can remember where all the cats and all the fairies are. We'll see. Let's see what's over here. Didn't there used to be a door in the side of the wall? Took it away. Like a little boarded up wood thing. I feel like it was here. Ooh, Fernbright's getting a little low. I should probably feed my guy today. I have no idea how much extra stone I have. I don't remember if I was behaving and feeding him like I should or not. Hello. Are you controlling the matrix? All right. Ah. So now I'm torn again. Got lots of things that I could be playing. And just never enough time. And I'm also like, I think I might put a poll up because there's part of me that really, really, really wants to play Subnautica and Below Zero again. Partially because I've been getting hyped up because of the relatively positive news around Subnautica 2. And so, of course, since I've been paying attention to some of that, I've been getting creators that are playing Subnautica, and then I'm like, well, I'll check out how they do, because Subnautica is an intimidating game, and especially if you don't like water. So it's always fun to see people kind of get into it for the first time, not really knowing anything, that kind of stuff, and it just makes me want to play it. And I was like, when are you gonna play it? So I was like, maybe I should put up a poll and see if people are even remotely interested in me streaming playing it, even though it wouldn't be a first-time playthrough. It would be a replay. Now, I actually I need to look it up. I need to find out when I played it the first time. Well, the only time. I've only played it once. But it was a while ago. I don't remember exactly when, and I think it was before... Like, I think it was on my husband's Steam profile. So I don't even think I could see, like, myself when I played it, because I'm pretty sure we played it through Steam. And, but he wouldn't play it. So I played it, and he watched when he was comfortable. Because he was so not into that. Like, he wouldn't even do some of the stuff. Like, normally when we play a single-player game together, we'll switch off on who's doing what. And he wouldn't do... when we were still in the shallow area, he would do stuff, but anything that started pushing the limits of like oxygen limitations or vehicle limitations, things like that, he was like, nope, I'm out. I'll watch you do it. But I don't know when I would have time to replay it. That's part of the reason I'm like, maybe I should see if anybody would be interested in that, because I'm kind of like, maybe I should, like, start hyping myself up beyond just, like, going, oh, it's fun. And there are lots of comments of people, I wish I could play it again for the first time. I'm like, yeah, because you really can't recapture the surprise, you know? Like, it's... Do I need to go anywhere besides down there? I don't think I actually need to go up in the castle. Oh. It looked like something launched into the air. Alright, well, let's go get these peaches. Oh, I didn't do the front of the castle. Hey, that wasn't there. Are there special fish in there? Get out of this tree. I don't have the wand. What is this? See, this is why we went and looked. I'm not going to be able to see everything. I'm going to need to do this during the day and not in the rain, because now we have this freaky red sky going on. Which is cool. I'm into it. But also, freaky deaky. Hey, baby. Oh my god. In the dark with the red glow. It was just like... I also got just done reading a horror book, so it's also like... It was good, though. It's Stephen Graham Jones, and it was The Only Good Indians. And it was good. I enjoyed it. It kind of reminded me of, and depending on how you feel about Stephen King, it reminded me a little bit, because I actually read not that long ago Pet Sematary, and it kind of reminded me of that, where there was a lot of like real life stuff going on in there, and intermixed was the spooky stuff. I feel like it was a little bit more graphic and violent near the end than, I mean, because Pet Sematary, it was more grief and trauma stuff than it was truly like gory, horrifying, violent stuff, which is fine. Like, there's room in horror for all of that stuff. But it kind of had a similar kind of storytelling vibe, which I was really interested in. Teleporting home. Okay. Hey, y'all. Shopping? Shopping in the rain? And some of these storms get super intense. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Wish you could see better to see what I can see. I did not get all the fairies. I want to do it tomorrow, though, because this rainstorm's a bit intense. Does time of day matter for fishing? I did not finish getting all of the stuff. I need to go get the rest of the trees, the blue fox, and the wardles. What's the best zip line for that? Maybe you, actually. But yeah, it was interesting. And then it did go a little bit back and forth between the protagonists and the antagonists. It took a while to get the antagonist's perspective, but it was layered in a way that was effective and worked. So that was good. It's the second book of his that I have read. There's still one more that I was like, I think it's the Buffalo Hunter that I've seen come up on some recommended lists. But, and the Only Good Indians had the longest wait time, and actually I had borrowed it just before, was it just before my mother-in-law passed? And so I ended up borrowing it but not getting to read it. So I was like, well, I'll get back to it sometime. So I finally got back to it. But I had no time for books at that moment. So I was like, well, I will focus my energy elsewhere. Now I have to figure out what I want to do next. I didn't get the purple fairy. Have these always looked like this? Or is it just this lighting? I feel like there's usually like a glass panel that is more visible than the rocks inside. That's interesting. I didn't realize it looked like that without kind of seeing that glass panel. No worries. There's no late here. I always like to have you whenever you're here, so. And how are you? I also know that you're like not a morning person, so I can understand that too. Somehow I was up at like 7:30. What? I'm sorry? Okay. You have two other people in this house that aren't streaming right now that can help you, yeah? Are you sure he isn't at the grocery store? Can you either ask your brother for help or grab, there's grapes still and there's a breakfast bar in the kitchen. Or you could grab some cereal. Hey. Can you please help me out? Hold on a second. Yep. Get back on. Alright, did I get it? Okay. Did I actually not mute my voice? You hear my stern parental talking to my child? I don't know what it is about moms. Lots of, and I'm not saying it's always the mom. But, like, there's other people that can help you. And also, you know how to get some stuff on your own. I think sometimes they just like to be babied. Yes, it is very weird looking right now. Well, and this is about the age that I have to start having the talk with my older son, where it was like, dude, you could do, like, he would, oh man, if I asked him to do anything that remotely, like, challenged him a little bit for, I don't even know. I don't remember how long it took him to start getting over. Like, he was strong enough and able to manipulate a TV tray, right? But he would act like it was the hardest and heaviest thing. And it's like, dude, you can do this while I'm doing all of these other tasks to help facilitate whatever, you know. It was usually meal related, like I'm here cooking for you, or I'm here, you know, getting all of this stuff done. You can get out your TV tray. And he would just be the most dramatic. And it's like, child, you're not gonna die. You can do this. And you need to learn how to do these things, you know? But man, I think it's because they but you do that. You take care of it. Oh my gosh. And also it's breakfast. It's not, you know, you're not having a 3-course dinner or anything. It's like cereal and fruit. You could do it. And I think he's a little bit more, like, he gets a little extra with the being babied thing because he's the little sibling, the younger one. Because he still will throw baby talk at me sometimes, and I'm like, we didn't talk baby talk when you were a baby. Why are you doing that now? And I think it's because he's trying to be extra cute to get his way. I was like, really, sir? Boink. Have you been in since the fishing? There's a fishing blob guy. I don't know. Do I want to take time feeding you today? I might need to look and see how much stone I have. Okay. I think I'm right at 0 on the beekeeping. And actually, that begs the question. Everything. Okay, that looks good. I just screwed up my screens. Not. Alright. Wait. Okay. It only gives me 50 points per. Lord help me. Okay. But yes, I busted my butt yesterday getting his room rearranged, and I'm going to have to build a desk today. So it's like, you can give me some time to enjoy my game and be in a quiet space by myself. I also wonder if my husband did go to pick his dad up for... He had said he was going to the grocery store, so I'm not surprised that he's out right now. Okay, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I don't need to do any of that. I think I'm going to alternate between beekeeping and the Christology stuff. Okay. So, we'll start a new day and hope that it's not crazy raining like it is right now. Although, can I get up here from here? Ooh, I can. Good for me. Oh, they were kind of like merged together. Oh, that's right. I have a glow spire up here to help get their... That's why I've got a decent amount of their tufts. All right. Okay. How do we end the day in this game? We go to the bed. There we go. I'm gonna go push the button one more time before I go to bed, just in case. So is everything chilled out on your end? Did your fridge come? Did your fridge come by Thursday? I don't remember now. 3 days ago is like a lifetime. All right. Oh, there he is. He's stuck. Hey, he's stuck, baby. All right, you guys. But I know you'd gotten done with your aunt visits. All right, Lily, you're like standing on top of these cats. Come here. I do like the fact that their eyes glow, though. All right, and then there's a kitty in here. Come here. And then there's a kitty over here. Come on, babies. You know, I've never found out officially how many cats there are. I missed the cat that's over on the far side. I'll have to get that cat tomorrow. What other... no. Can I not hit it from here now? Oh. Maybe. Aunties are coming, gone. Papa slowly settling in. Yes, yes. Excellent. You know, you had so much happening all at once. But the card of the day was perseverance. So take that message as you need. I rearranged my younger son's bedroom almost all day yesterday so that we could build a desk today. So that's fun. So there was my perseverance message need. All right, go to bed. Did I get everything? I think. Maybe? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's nice and clear, so hopefully we'll be able to see. In case I missed anything. Now, how... I really want to go fish that pond that's behind the castle to see what comes of it, you know? Okay. So because you got in after we looked at it, if you talk to the fish blob guy... Fishing blob guy. He's not a fish blob. He's a water blob that talks to you about fishing. He tells you everything you need to know so that if you need like instructions and all of that. But the wand of fishing, I think it's called a wand of casting actually, is in the Book of Summoning to be purchased. And once you purchase it, you can pet Teddy. But then you can grab it and take it out in the world. Now, you can't use zip lines. Actually, I just accidentally cast into a zip line and it got stuck. Now, I just returned the wand to its stand and it was fine. But don't do that. You can't actually use zip lines when you have this going on. But then you go down to water, and actually I probably got a fish from up there. But you hold down the button until you get it as far as you want, and you let go. And then you wait, like most fishing. That's a, hey, it's starting soon. That little blinking light and tug. And then once it starts doing that is when you just click and it reels in. That's a new fish for me. I have no idea what the symbols mean yet. There's been a little flower symbol and a little wave symbol. And they've been in different colors. And I have a feeling it's either for like, hey, this is a new fish, but also like maybe it's a classification system or maybe it's a rarity system. I'm not really sure. But when I went to stock the fish in the aquariums, there were different sizes of fish. So I'm wondering if that is... a way to tell like how rare they are. I don't know. So far, I think I've only seen 2 different sizes of fish, and I can show you what I mean after I maybe fish a little bit. But the other thing, they're in your inventory. They get fished into little bubbles. So they're like in their own little, like almost like bags like you would buy fish at the store. But the aquariums can be locked so you don't have to sell. If you don't want to, you can just put them out. And then what else? I feel like there was something else I was going to mention. Oh, there's a skill for it. And it's got the multiplier on it, but it also has a rarity chance multiplier that looks like it will come into play probably after I gain a few more levels. I have no idea how many, because obviously this is the first day. But there you go. Quick rundown on fishing. So far, it does seem to matter, like, which, like, I'm not exactly sure what the different bodies of water or, like, their zones. The little ponds, this pond, and the one that's over where the memorial statue is near the house seemed to have the same kind of fish. And then there were some different fish around the bridges rather than the stuff that was in the... Ooh, it's another new fish. Flux Glint Glass Dart. That's a new one. The bridges and then the ocean. Also in the announcement, new record. The light also seems to be different. Green, yellow, and red. I wonder if that's an indicator of rarity. I don't know. But there'll be seasonal fish too. So we'll probably catch different stuff. Kind of like, you know, kind of view it like the berries and stuff. Ooh. Workstone Rockjaw. It says I've already gotten one of those. I don't remember it, but that's okay. But, I kind of view it like the berries and stuff, where you get different stuff in each season. I wonder also if there'll be things that you can get all year round. Umber Light Aurora Fin. But I bet somebody has already done a lot of legwork on trying to figure out the symbols and the colors and all of that. There's always somebody who's like invested in like pulling things apart and figuring them out. They're usually the ones that write the wikis, right? So we are grateful as a community that people like that exist and get really into stuff like that. So that when we go, I don't know, go to the wiki and be grateful. All right, but what I want to do, I don't get there from here. I get there by going up around this way. There's a pool behind the castle that didn't used to be there. I also was joking that he might add, like, out-of-bound fish. That seems like something he would do. Oh, and if you are interested, well, you have Bookshop Simulator too. If you were interested, I don't know if you've been watching anybody play Retro Rewind yet. It is now bundled with Teddy's Haven on Steam. I already had picked it up because it was bundled with Bookshop Simulator. And I had played the demo and I was like, this makes me feel nostalgic. Trying to think of anything else. Oh, do you use Epic Games? Do you use their gaming launcher client thingy? If you do, there is a game called Haven Dock available for free this week. That has been on my to-do, like, games to play list. I put it in the Discord, but I don't know if you... I put it in Misty's Discord, too. Just because I know she might be interested, but also other people in her community might be interested in that game. Okay. So far, this seems like a pond like any other pond. But I find it interesting that he has put this back here. It makes me wonder if he's working on something involving the castle space. Flux Glint Glass Dart. I must have already caught it, because it didn't give me a new fish. It just gave me a new record. Orange. I wonder if there's going to be a visitor that gives fishing bonus. Okay. That didn't seem to give me really new stuff. Just fascinated that it's added there, you know? Ooh, the rainbow's here. Oh, it doesn't matter because I have buttons now. I don't need to actually go where the rainbow is. I put glow spires to collect them. Anything going on back here? Okay. But now that this is in here with such a variety of fish, it makes me want like a collection book or something. I also said I wouldn't mind having that for like jams and stuff that also has things like recipes, all the different varieties of stuff. I think that would be nice to have. Okay, so this seems like ocean. Not surprising. It looks like ocean. But after today, I can go look in the Discord and see what people are saying about their fishing stuff. I won't feel like I have to keep it from myself, keep it as a secret. Because kind of like you, I am far more interested in cooking than fishing. But I know there's a lot of people that were like super hyped about fishing. Gilded drakefin. Another gilded drakefin. But that's only the second one I've caught. I feel like that's a rarer fish. Okay, do I still want to dick around back here, or do I want to... I don't know. I feel like this is all still ocean over here. There's more out of boundium over there. I don't need it. R. Okay. Well, we fished the things I was curious about that were new. Or at least new to me. I don't know when they were added. I'm assuming they were added in conjunction with the fishing update. But he always puts out little things every now and then. So I'm always like, which update did that belong to? Because it's different. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to building this desk, but I'm also I like building furniture, but it is also a hassle. It's satisfying once it's done, though. All right. Now what? I didn't check for any big visitors. You know, I haven't been over here yet. And I kind of feel like I need to look around a little bit more. Just in case. I haven't really investigated the island. I can do that in a little bit. But I don't really have another reason to come over here. I feel like it's been a minute since I've actually been over in this little... Was this always like this? Down low like this? Or did it used to be all on the same level? I don't remember it being like a little down. Interesting. How's the build coming? Not. I think I worked on it like maybe once or twice after last week. Or not last week, last month when I streamed last. I just got... all my downtime got consumed by regular content stuff and that trading card game shop simulator. It's my new zone out. What the? No, no, no. Why did you pick that up? Excuse me? Because I was grabbing the fruit? Ugh. Alright, well, I'm never grabbing those berries again. I feel like this is all I have done. This little section here. I might have added more to it, but I have not been working on this. Is that as close as that's gonna get? Probably. But I had to fuss with this for the longest time. Like, stupid long. Because I couldn't get the stairs and the platform to be just right, where I would go up the stairs and it would stop me right at the lip of this floor. And it took me forever to figure out how to make it do what I wanted it to do. So. But I don't remember how much I actually had done on stream and how much I actually accomplished after stream. I feel like I did not accomplish very much after stream. Okay. So I went over there. I have not been up over here yet today. Did I already get this? Must have. I have not gotten Umbra yet. Need to make sure I do. Umbra had an intro. Dialogue, monologue, whatever. So, that's nice. I like the fact that he's added that. I wonder if he's added that for more of the visitors than just Umbra. But of course, since I had seen him before, I was like, oh, you're introducing yourself to me now. That's funny. Doors. The doors do not seem to be doing anything new or different. Oh, that's where a fairy is, though. I need to go down there. See if there's anything up here. It's like, wait. I don't feel like going all the way up and around. See, that's the kind of stuff where it's like, if I'm up there, I'm up there. Or if I see somebody else has been like, hey, look at this rock has changed, or these trees are different, or, you know. Because I may go up there and not notice that, and it may actually exist. Like somebody else will have noticed, but I may not be that person. So I could go up there, and it may make no difference either way. All right. Hello. How you doing, buddy? Oh, and the water elemental, I passed him again and I didn't notice. That's funny. The tale of Veil Rend, the mirror blade, comes sharp and clear today. 12 warriors, each carrying their own storm, sought to destroy or claim it. But the blade showed them themselves, flawed, frightened, human. Only one walked away, untouched by power but changed. Thank you for letting that truth pass through you. Ah, excellent. Yeah, yesterday I passed him and didn't notice him either, and I thought maybe the blessing was coming from the fishing guy, but it was not. I don't know what it is about zipping through here. It just makes it, like, not noticeable to me. It's funny. It's just slower than my zip lines. I also came up over the mountain, too. Am I really going all the way around? I've already been all the way around. I don't need to look at that again. I'll go this way. But yes, fishing up here, I'm almost wondering if this is like maybe river and then ocean and then ponds. Maybe it's like 3 different water source types. Maybe that's the difference for fishing. Perhaps. Oh, I missed this tree yesterday. Not that it's a big deal, but he always scares the crap out of you. Dude, build some zip lines to go past him, because I don't even notice him now. It's kind of crazy. I almost feel bad, you know? Like, oh, I'm sorry. What? Excuse me? What? This is the second of these doors that I saw are like kind of mine entrance looking things that I've noticed are gone. So that's interesting. But you're still here. And I bet the crystals are still here, but I've already hit the glow spire. Thought I had a glow spire over here. Maybe not. Interesting. Okay. Well, now I'm wondering if there were more of those little wooden kind of blocked off entrance things that I haven't registered or gone. I don't know. There's been at least 2, though. Hello. Who else? Oh, I haven't talked to Mappy. And there's still a cat, I think, that I didn't get. Alright. I'm trying to reacquaint myself with all the little creatures I need to go see. The blue fairy. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm missing 3 fairies. One of them's the blue one. One of them's the orange one. Uh-oh. Which fairy am I missing? Beyond those. Oh, the one with Mappy. There's 2 over there. There's 2 over in the kind of orchard area. Okay. So I'm not going up. I'm going this way. Not that it really matters. But we can go ahead and hug this wall. Because I don't think I got this cat yesterday. Right? Nope. There it is. Hello. Alright. So now... Blue fairy. I'll just run across. That's fine. Hey, buddy. I didn't feed you yesterday like I thought I might. That makes me wonder. Hold on a second. Oh, that's not that bad. It's 46k, but it could be so much worse. Because I don't remember the last time I fed him. Right. Here we go. Alright, Wardle's done. Oh, I didn't get the blue fairy, though. It's always hard to remember where the blue fairy's at when the blue crystals aren't here. There we go. Alright. Now... Orchard. I probably should have done a zip. That's alright. The rainbow is very pretty, even if I don't go to the ends. Orchard. I don't have a zip over there. That's fine. No, good lord, woman. It helps when you push the correct buttons. Okay. Hey, Mappy.
Oh, I'm free. God, it was so dull in there. Now I'm shiny.
Be kind of fun if over time more like little things like that popped up. Right, is that all of them? Pretty sure. Green, blue, pink, kind of a peach, red, goldenrod, yellow, and white. Yes. Excellent. Love to see it. It's almost an exercise, though. It's like, wait, where is everything again? I don't know if I remember everything. Kind of like I play a lot of shop simulators now where to end the day you hit enter. And I was like, oh yeah, there's a bed in this game. So here's one of my fish things. This one is not for sale. It seems like it can only have one type of fish in here. But I could see lining a wall with, like, fish that I collect. And then this one. Did they stock this for me? They must have. Because I did not have 6 or 5. I had, like, 4, and something else. But I can have up to 3 types of fish in here. Now, I don't know if it matters if the size of the fish or if it's just you can have 3 types of fish in here. But these are all for sale. So if I want to, I can just toggle that off. And then the prices go away, which is a great way to just walk by and go, oh, I don't mean to have those for sale, or confirming that they're for sale or whatever. If you are worried like I was, where it's like, I don't know if I'm going to always remember or, like, feel comfortable, like, trusting that I set them correctly, because I know I will forget things. Okay. And then pay. And then start. And then craft and fish for the day. That sounds like a plan. And feed you. Because I'm sure you're hungry, buddy. Ah, there was ore to be done. Mostly, I just want to be done with beekeeping for a while. As soon as I hit level 35, I'm going to stop beekeeping for a while, because this is a lot. Oh man, for the time I finally finished doing Crystology too. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. The ore I don't like, the refining I don't feel so bad about because I've only ever had 8 at the max. So I knew it was going to take some time. Like I could buy more. See how fast I can make it go. What was I going to do? I was going to look and say. Yeah. I've made it almost. Is that a third? That's about a quarter of the way. A little bit over a quarter of the way in 2 days. So, maybe we'll get there by the end of stream. That would be amazing if I get through 8 games. Or 8 days. Not 8 games. 8 days. It'd be amazing. It doesn't matter. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fine. But yeah, the fish I have for sale were the fish that I had caught the most on the first day. So I was like, those must be the most common, because otherwise, why would I have caught like 4 each? Crystology. I think I was originally making jam and buzz out of things that were new fruits. Or like trying to get to 10,000 units. Anyway, crystals. All right. Getting back in the swing of things. Kind of nice. Not that this game is terribly difficult to get back in the swing, you know? Because it's so chill. It's like, oh yeah. And even if you're not picking up right where you left off, like, it's still fine. It's all good. Like, it's all good. Like, although I've said it before, and I know that this game is not for everybody. But, like, if this scratches an itch for you, then you're gonna love it. It just... Not everybody needs the same things in their escape, hobby, you know, downtime, whatever you want to call it. But if it does it for you, it's so nice to have. It's just an option. It's kind of how I've been treating that trading card game one too. Because honestly, I spent, oh, what, a couple in-game days last night after because my husband was like, are we, you know, we're not building the dust tonight. And I was like, no. I just need to sit down and zone out and not think. Because we've been playing Sons of the Forest. How many did I have left? 4? 3. Damn, that's all right. And I was like, I can't think about Sons of the Forest tonight. It's just too much brain power for me right now. I need to sit and zone out. So I spent a couple, like, in-game days last night and a couple this morning. Just, where is it? Drop. Just organizing my fancy cards, putting them on the wall. That's all I did. It's like, customers, y'all can just go on about your business with my employees while I sit here and look at all of my cards and put them on, like, organize them on the wall in displays. And just turn my brain off. So there's that. Okay. Do I want to make some jam? How are we doing with jams? Is there anything I'm, like, hurting for? Yeah, we're pretty good. Yeah, we're pretty good. How about Buzz? Ooh, Ice Rose Buzz. At 1,500. Oh, I don't need those. Okay. So let's go to... Oh, and I have like 30k, so yeah. I don't know how many of these I need. Buzz, not jam. Okay, that was a mistake. It's fine though. We can work with this. Maybe that should be the thing, is if I get below, like, 2 grand, then I make some. Maybe that'll be the... Because now that I've maxed out the leveling for it... Oh, I didn't realize that the outlines of the bottles glow. Is that new, or is that me just noticing it for the first time? Because either one is possible. Because sometimes it's hard to tell, like, unless you can see into the bottom of your thing that you've added the fruit. If you add it before the buzz. Because the buzz is what or the, you know, the honey. That's what starts the bubbling going on. And lets you know it's ready to brew if you want to brew. Or no, you don't hit a button to brew it. It just brews. And if you don't add the fruit, then it just makes the regular. Okay, good. Reminding myself of mechanics. But the outline, I've never noticed it glowing before. I think I usually add buzz first. So it could potentially be me just never having noticed. But it also could be something new. And if it's new, or even if it's not new, it's nice. It's nice having visual and audio kind of things happen in games to help you just kind of register stuff. And then for people who have sensory limitations, it's very nice to have different ways to register that something is happening in the game. Because not everybody can hear as well, so a visual cue would be better, and some people can't, you know, like color blindness and things like that. Like, it's nice to have audio indicators or things that, you know, shift in different ways than just color. So okay, that's the end of the day. Doesn't mean people are done spending though. Yeah, there go the bubbles. Are the bubbles different? Or have I just never looked at the Ice Rose ones in particular? They don't seem as intense looking. But it might just be this fruit variety. Or as solid, maybe that's the word I'm thinking of. Like, they don't seem as solid. They seem more translucent. Subtle. There we go. Okay, how many more do I need? 2? Just the one? It might just be the one. That's harder to see for me. It might just be this fruit variety, but it is like, I can see them, but it's really, really faint. And it's not as bad here, even though they're really faint, because I can actually see that the level has increased, but these ones up top in particular. And it's, you know, it's because I shoved them up there high, so, I mean, it could just be because I stuck them way up high. Sabotage myself. 12:25. It's gonna be time to wrap it up. People are still shopping. Okay. So did not get as much fishing done. It's fine. It looks different. Okay. Well, he's done a few little updates where he doesn't actually, like, announce. It's not got, like, a post and stuff associated with it. So I know he's always fussing with stuff. So sometimes it's like, is it just me? Has that been updated for a while and I just haven't paid attention? Or is that one of those new little things that he's just tweaking behind the scenes, you know? So I'm glad it's not just me. I feed your foot. I saw somebody had commented about feeding his foot, and I was like, yep. That is the point you get to. Once you register that you can, you know? It's like, oh, good. I don't have to figure out how to get to your face. He can just absorb it. Eventually, I might move him somewhere where I can actually see him in better relation to Patch when he shows up, though. Okay, are people still shopping, or did I finally get my last sale of the day? Looks like I feel like I haven't gotten any money yet, or money in the last few minutes, which says to me I've probably gotten through the rest of the customers. All right. But now that we have come in and checked out the fishing update, I might get back into doing build stuff. Because once he did that update, I was like, I don't want to pop in and, like, experience too much before today. I kind of saved it for myself as a little present. But now that we've seen it, I might feel a little bit better about getting back into building. Because I've thought about it a few times. And then, I can't remember when I started playing the card shop one. But that once that took over and then the fishing update came out, I was like, well, I'll just wait and get back into it after I get to stream it. Which was easy to justify when I had something else that was occupying my, like, brain mellow out time. Ugh, I gotta record a video today, though. That was the only problem with letting yesterday's complete pickup rearrange of my son's space take over the whole day, was that I was supposed to record a video yesterday. I'm getting really close to finishing my Dreamlight Valley interior spaces. I have 8 rooms left, which is crazy to me. And then that should resolve in May. And then I'm thinking about taking June off from releasing videos. I might start recording them and doing the decorating a little bit ahead of time, and then start releasing those in July. Because it has been almost a year and a half straight of doing those. And it might be nice to have a breather. So that is something I am thinking about. And it might be good timing because my little one's birthday is at the beginning of June. And summer break starts. And my son, my older son, might try and get a summer job this year. Do I have more ore that I want to do today? Maybe a little bit more, and then I'll be able to take a break, and then when we come back, we can hit the ground running. So let's go ahead and do... I'd like to get down to 30K. Because I think I was at about 45K. And I'd still do the Dream Snap stuff, and I'd still be doing stream stuff. You know, I'd still be doing other stuff, but it might be nice to just have a month off from the schedule I've kept. Not that my schedule is super hardcore or anything, but it might be nice just to have... Because I didn't get that with when I started the decorating series to begin with. I never got really ahead of schedule, which I don't necessarily want to get like miles ahead of schedule, but it'd be nice to be like not recording, editing, and posting one video every single week. It would be nice to like record a couple and edit a couple and then set up 2 weeks of release. The couple times I've gotten to do that this last year has been like perfect timing. Like this weekend would have been ideal because next Saturday I work. Well, Saturdays are usually the days I record. And those particular videos. And next week I won't be able to do it. So I'm already going to be kind of struggling to keep up with getting this next week if I stay on schedule. I mean, I could always postpone. I could always, you know, if I need to. I did that a couple weeks ago when my voice was gone and I couldn't do the audio part. But like there is something to be said for trying to hold myself accountable because it's the practice of holding myself accountable. Not to detriment, but just obviously. But, I mean, I don't think that's always obvious for people who get into content creation because you are your own boss, you know? You are the person that's dictating the schedule, and then you also are the one that will directly feel, and depending on if you have a bigger team too, if you do not hold to your schedule and it, you know, for people that are monetized or like it's their, you know, that's their job, then it can have a lot of really adverse effects. So I get why, you know, people push so hard. But it is a stressful thing. It's also why I've never, like, increased. Although I tell you what, if I could do 3 streams a week, I totally would. Because there's so many games I want to play. And just having another 3 to 4 hour dedicated chunk of time for me getting to try something else out, that'd be so sweet. But, you know, I have a full-time job and I've got a family and I've got other stuff going on, you know, I've got all kinds of real life things happening. And I know that if I pushed harder to do more, then it would probably not go very well. Like, I'm kind of amazed that I've been able to keep up doing what I have been doing because I wasn't sure when I started. I was like, can I actually release, you know, 2 different videos and stream and this every single week? Can I fit it into real life? And some weeks are much easier than others, you know? So, yeah, it might be nice to just take a week off from one video series in June. And maybe get a little bit ahead. It'd be great if I could actually get ahead. And then I thought, I was like, well, but you're going to be doing exterior spaces. What if you stream Dreamlight Valley and people see the decorated exterior spaces before the video comes out? And I'm like, you know what? If people are hanging out in my stream, then maybe they'll think of it as like a sneak peek. Like, they get to see it before anybody else. Maybe. Or maybe that's how I can think of it so I don't feel weird about it. Because I always have to come up with something to deal with my overactive brain circus. You know. You know how I like to overthink. I'm really looking forward to getting through this week, though. Actually, I think it's 2 weeks, and then I take off a week in April. I usually take off a week sometime in the spring. And now that I've finally gotten caught up at work, I feel better about sticking to my usual... I have very specific times that I take off throughout the year. Because I have very specific things I do throughout the year. Like, the book sale event I do in September allows me to take a full week off in September. I take off a full week in January because I usually work through most of the holiday season while other people are taking their time off. And then I usually take a week off in spring to kind of balance it out, because then I get like 3 full weeks off every year, and I space them out so that it breaks up the work cycle. And then I take off extra around like the 4th of July, and sometimes I'll squeeze an extra day around Memorial Day. You know, if there's already kind of a built-in extended weekend, I'll try and, you know, add a couple of days of PTO to that kind of stuff so that I'm breaking up my time. I try not to go too long without maybe having a 3-day weekend. And it's not very difficult, you know, with the Monday holidays. Spring is the hardest time because there's not as many holidays in the spring. But, like, I also work Saturdays sometimes, so then I get a 3-day weekend on a different weekend, so... I just try and space out, and I tend to space it out the same way. It helps that we don't go on vacations, because then I would have to plan all that. But since we don't really do that, I usually just take about the same time off every single year, depending on... And then I have days that, you know, are there if I'm sick, or if my kids need stuff, or parent-teacher conferences, or whatever. But yes, I am definitely looking forward to April's week off. Especially since I picked up working next Saturday. So it'll be nice to have that. Okay, did I get down to 30K? I don't think so. Almost. One more round. There we go. I don't know why I keep checking for stuff. It's not like anything is happening without my say-so at this moment. Ah! Alright. And the other reason I like to have a week off in the spring sometime is sometimes we do a garage sale or a yard sale. Sometimes it's, you know, trying to get like the garage cleaned out so that it's ready for the next year. You know, just build up kind of that spring cleaning stuff, yard work. We have a huge pile of stuff to burn this year from stuff that I cut down. Is that the stuff I cut down last year or the year before? I think it was the stuff I cut down last year. So that's nice because it's all been sitting out seasoning for the year. But I've already bought my dirt for my plants. I've already bought 2 new planters. They're just sitting outside. I'm going to see, I've got 4 really cheap plastic pots. One of which is completely like just dying from being outside for the year or 2 years. It might be one of the older pots, but I might lose all 4 because they were just cheap, and at the time that's what I had to spend. But I've been trying to slowly replace the cheap pots with some nicer pots. Not crazy nice, because man, big planter pots are really expensive. Like the really big clay and terracotta and all of that. Those things are pricey. Pardon me. So we'll just kind of stair-step our way up. I also mentioned to my husband that my mother-in-law might have planting, like some nice planting pots. That'd be nice to give them a home. Seems like my father-in-law might be getting closer to making a decision on whether or not he's going to go to a retirement community or not. I think he's starting to really come to the understanding that the house is too much for just him, and he's kind of tired of having to deal with it. And then now that they're getting some numbers, he's able to actually compare his cost of living where he's at with the cost of living of being at those places with all of the amenities they include. So hopefully it won't be too much longer before they can, you know, really decide. Thrift stores are a good place to look for pots. True. And I have looked. They just get picked over super quick. And I'm looking for some bigger ones too. So sometimes those are really hard to come by, probably because people scoop them up. Okay, I'm going to push the button. Was there anything else I was going to do? I was originally going to fish, but I got, you know, into crafting. So that's all right. And go ahead and sleep. Start the next day, and then we'll take a break. Because I think I'm already at an hour and a half. Oh, I'm at 2 hours. Okay, well, yeah, it's time to take a break. No wonder I need a pee. Okay. So, go ahead and turn this music down. And remind you that if you haven't done so and you want to, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, depending on what platform you're on. Like, subscribe, follow. Yes, those are the 3 words. I was like, wait a minute. Are those the 3 words that I'm supposed to say here? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, don't forget to do all of those things. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Get up, stretch, grab a drink, grab a snack, all of the things. Use the bathroom. If you're still here when I get back, thank you so much. If not, have a lovely day, night time, and I will be back in a few minutes. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah. Right. We're back. We made it. We did all the things. Oh, well, we did most of the things, but we're fine. It's fine. All right. All right. Get my screens where I need them. Sort of, maybe. Where the heck is it? Why? Oh, because I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. That's why. Okay, there we go. All right. We just started a new day. There we go. Anybody visiting? Nobody's on the hill. Nobody's down the way over there. Oh. Perched on the side of the shop. Hello. Nobody's up the hill. And nobody's over here. Nobody's up in the sky. Okay. But yeah, if the water guy pops up, like, I don't even catch him now because he's behind me the whole time as I pass that area. So you might consider a zip. Let me tell you of when the gods broke the world. Once there was only Valera, the whole of Ursa, shaped by 12 divine hands. But each god claimed their work was perfect, and pride turned to war. The world cracked, mountains split, seas fled inland, and skies wept fire. From those fractures came the lands we now know. Each a scar, each a seed. Thank you for remembering that from chaos, even beauty can grow. Fantastic. Ba-da-ling. Yes. Okay. Trying to think of how I want my rhythm to go right now. You are Armio. I was like, wait, did I drop off that last cat that I got? The answer was yes. Okay. So now... and pet you. Good morning. Good morning. There's still a few fish for sale, but not much because, well... I didn't do any fishing yesterday like I planned to. I meant to do some chapstick. My son is irritated because he woke up but then fell back asleep. So, his sleep schedule is screwed up, and spring break ends today. This is the last day. So, he'll be fine. I get his frustration, though. Especially since he has to wake up so early. I told him he could go for a nice long bike ride later and really wear himself out, you know? Because it's going to be really nice today. Oh, a bump up my forehead. What the hell? Oh, no. It's not. I mean, it kind of is, like a little bit. Apparently, I ripped off like half of this nail. Hold on a second. I was like, why does this feel weird? I actually ripped a different nail earlier when I was bringing in the stuff from the car for the desk. But I do not cope well with, like, misshapen nails. So they just get cut off once they do that. I am not a big manicure person. So I let my nails grow until they tear or break, and then I just cut them off and let them do their thing, because I don't have time, and honestly, I work with my hands so much that it's like a losing battle. The few times I have gotten manicures done, it was just like, it was nice for like a couple of days. Now, I would consider, and I feel like I might have mentioned this before, like there's a few kind of beauty things that I would do more regularly or regularly if I could afford them, and one of them is pedicures, because I like having like my toes look cute, but I just can't be bothered to make time for it, and I don't like dealing with it. Like, it's always so awkward. I never think I do a really good job with it, but like I've had pedicures done and they last a long time because most of the time I'm wearing socks and shoes, so they're nice and protected. I'm not doing stuff with my feet that gets them damaged, so they last. I mean, like, I feel like I would get my money's worth if I got pedicures done regularly. Manicures, I could, you know, I could probably pass on because I feel like I work with my hands too much to really make it worth the cost to get manicures done. I mean, they, for like events, I got it, you know, like my wedding, a friend's wedding, you know, that kind of thing. But most of the time, I'm just like, meh. And then the other thing would be a regular massage, like a monthly masseuse visit. Oh my God, that'd be so awesome. And then I wouldn't mind having my hair cut more often. Like, I don't do anything with my hair, which is part of the reason I don't make a big fuss out of it, but like, I need to get my hair cut right now. And it's hard to make the time to go get it done. And my haircuts are usually not cheap. Do I want to go back across? Do I need to go across for something? The castle. There we go. Good job, Brain. Can I actually see it from here? No. I mean, kind of, but also I couldn't click it. So... need to get it done sometime in the next couple of weeks so I can get my hair dyed. That's the big motivating factor for me, is usually getting my hair color done. Which I do myself. I don't pay to have my hair colored because that's another really expensive thing. Although I could see doing that. If I had like more money than I knew what to do with, I could see getting my hair dyed by somebody else. That would be nice. Because it's a chore. I have a lot of hair because it's really fine, so it's really dense. So that would be cool, but that's a whole nother level of expense that I'm like, can I really justify that? I can dye it myself. All right. That was the circuit. So right now we're trying to get some time in so that we can get money for upgrades and stuff. Now, will I yak too much today and not actually fish like I want to? Probably. I don't necessarily have to do all of the things, you know? 5, 6, 7, 8. Just pink off the top of the head of the dragon. Do I want to work on the build at all today? I kind of want to fish instead. You know? Ah, my spouse has returned. I'm guessing he did go get his dad. Although he did want to make 2 stops because he's cooking a crock pot chicken and noodle thing tonight, so he needed some stuff for that. Okay. Crystology. Okay, what do I have a lot of? Oh, I have a lot of out-of-boundium. I love the fact that it looks different every time. Because it's out of Boundium, you know? And it's all multicolored. It makes for a very pretty situation with all of your little crafters. So are you guys gonna be planning any trips to the beach soon, or is it still too chilly for you if you're still here, Bama? You know you usually look forward to getting down and doing that. No, I got 3 greens in a row, and I think this might be the same. Funny. 4 more. Crystal. Go ahead and do some of that. Why not? It's mostly for the leveling anyway right now. Okay. So, go ahead and... I guess I could have teleported home, but whatever. I feel like I need to put this wand somewhere besides here. How's everybody doing? Y'all doing all right? Fantastic. Ooh. Actually going in a couple of weeks. Well, that's awesome. I bet you're ready. One of these days, I'll have to go to a beach. Like an ocean beach. I'm still not used to the indicator on this yet. Alright. I actually don't mind catching some of these common fish because then I can sell them, you know? It's always nice to get, like, the fancy fish, but getting the ones to sell is also good. Especially in a game like this where, you know, you start feeling comfortable with having thousands of units of a thing and having, like, 7 is really weird. I heard damn it. I'm wondering if my husband forgot something at the store. Hey, everybody. I wonder if the max multiplier is 5, like it is on everything else, you know? Only more fishing will tell. I wonder how long it takes to get to level 35. Because not all skills level in the same way, you know? Some of them take ages. Jam took forever. And the only reason I'm really confident in that is because I had so many, you know, pots for that. Where it's like, I know I'm producing a lot, and it still took forever. Some other things leveled much faster, it felt like. Ooh, Nightfall Dreadmaw. Ooh. Is it 'cause it's night? Does time of day matter? I'm assuming time of year matters, obviously. I'm wondering if weather has any effect. And I'm wondering if time of day has any effect, because that is not uncommon to have. I think the Venom Tide Brush is also for sale. Fall Dreadmaw 2. Whee! You can cast so far. It's crazy. Can't use the zip line. I could just stand on the water. Just fish from here. Why the heck not? Okay, I'm gonna go over to the river. I'm kind of trying to fish in all of the areas. At least a little bit. While the day, you know, while the day is running. I like that I don't have to see the bobber. I can just watch the little wand. I think that's the third one I had for sale, the kelp packfin. Where are we at? Okay. Fall Shroud Lake Maw. See, those don't have little symbols. Oh, that was a new record catch. That was not a new fish. Oh, nope. I do that in Dreamlight Valley still, too, where I end up clicking too early. Whee! Well, and I was like, man, I feel like I didn't make that much... Oh, god dang it. I didn't make that much money, and then I'm like, oh yeah, there's probably still a ton of last-minute sales happening. It'd be nice to get a level, like a shop level increase today. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but we'll see. If we got some more visitors, that would be helpful. Ooh, Violet Current Flow Runner. New record catch. It'd be nice to be able to tell the size of the fish. Like, if I was going to save... like, kind of like as a trophy, not, you know, like mounted, but in an aquarium. It'd be nice to save the record one, you know? Yeah, there we go. Look at all those last-minute sales rolling in. Because when I looked at it earlier, I was like, oh, I'm only at 49K. That doesn't seem like I made that much money. And now, here, we're still going. We're up to 51.5. Goodness. Be nice to get a level. Excellent. Come on now. Oop, there we go. All right. Well, let's go check on what's going on at the shop. In fact, I'm going to put that away. We'll see. I feel like it's petering out. There's still people shopping. Yeah, I still want to do this. I still want to put lights underneath all of the produce. And that way when you come up and look at all your produce, you can... it'll glow. It'll be all cool looking. I think I might actually have no more customers. Fantastic. Push this button. I'm going to make a quick rundown and give him probably at least 5K worth of stone. And then end the day and set our new one. Oh, so are you going to take the baby with you? I was just thinking, is this going to be baby's first time at the beach? Miss Princess. Or are you still calling her Prissy? This is not what I want. No. Get out of here. I'm not feeding this to him. Can I actually feed this to him? No. Good. Because I don't want to accidentally feed him ore. Just stone. Ah! Come on, give me lunacite and star shard and... Not the stuff I have like 40,000 units of. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Star shard. Dark lunacite, thank you. If you do take her, I wonder how she'll react. First time for her. Got her a 100-foot leash. Oh, wow. Hopefully she'll have a good time. I think it would be, you know, I would imagine it would be a cool thing for a dog to explore and sniff and run around and all that. So, nice. Oh, I bet he's chopping like vegetables or something to go in the... Oh, I forgot to remind him that carrots were requested. Neither of the children like peas. They don't allow dogs on the beach, only in specific areas. That makes sense. Still, at least they have designated spaces, you know? And I'm sure there'll be all new smells anyway, so... a little bit more. I think I want to get down to 25. 25 if I can. Trying to kind of slowly chip away at the mountain of stone I have accidentally hoarded. Okay. And I kept meaning to have a campfire this week, and then I never got around to it. But we need to go start collecting the limbs out of the yard. And start a new pile. Well, actually, we've already started a new pile for this next year because we were out there. My son cut down another thing that was on the, you know, eventually want to get rid of it chopping list. But we have to break that down so it's, because right now he just cut this huge piece down and now it's just like hanging out in the yard. And it's like, all right, we gotta like at least chop it down to where it's in a pile. Because that's what we did with the stuff we're gonna burn this year. But, start a new pile for next year's burning. Saw her first deer this morning and went bonkers, I bet. The hell is that thing? It's funny. Was she outside with it or was she just inside? My mountain of stone. I build a tower. When I feel like he must have done he did something with the wand of boxing, and I remember thinking, I don't know how I feel about that, but I haven't fussed with it. I think it might affect how I've been building. So when I do get back into building, I'll have to look at that and see how it works for me, you know? Because I feel like there was like, it won't box certain stuff anymore. And I can't remember what the limitation was that he put on it. I'm sure it makes perfect sense from other perspectives, but it might be something that was useful for building. And now I don't remember what it was. Like if it's like supporting something, you can't just get rid of it or something like that. So like if I use a wall to make a floor and then remove the wall so the floor is floating, I don't know if I can do that anymore. But I don't remember. I don't know. I'll have to dig out the update that he did for that so I can understand if I run into issues when building again. She was outside. You think she has some hound in her? I could see that maybe a little bit. But especially it'll be in her reaction, so. Did she go chasing after it, or did she just kind of go nuts in the yard? Or is your yard open where the deer could be in there? Hopefully it wasn't too stressful. My parents have, of course, he's old now, so he's been struggling a lot. His back legs are giving him the business, but he's part Dalmatian. He's huge. He's a huge dog. But if he got out and started running off, they'd have to get in the car and chase him down. Because he gets going, you know. Crazy. Okay, that's the end of the stone for the day. All right. No star. No star. Okay. This is not how we do stuff. She was on the leash. Ah. Yeah. Well, hopefully she won't, like, go too crazy every time she sees them. Because that can get pretty stressful. And she's still a baby, you know. She's still got that young dog energy. Oh my goodness, hello. Everybody's at this party today. Hello. Is anybody else here? What was I saying about needing some visitors to show up so help me make money? Anybody else over here? Okay. Hi. Hi, guys. All right. So who do we want to see first? Probably go up and see you. Sup? Some stones hum back. Discovery. Resonance-based crafting tiers. Tip. If it vibrates, listen. They may be singing your recipe. Crafting output. Hello. How you doing? By the barnacled beard of the tide feather, did you swim all the way here? I haven't seen paddling like that since a jellyfish fell in love with a rowboat. It's good to see you again, little shopkeeper. Some memories are heavier than others. Today I carry one from the Sable Deep. It is a trench darker than forgotten things where even the light turns back. I once dove too far there. The water was thick with sorrow, and the creatures had long since stopped hoping. A city sank there once, and the bells still ring beneath the pressure. It is a grave not of bones, but of dreams. Thank you for giving me a shore to return to. I don't know if I've heard him ever say something different before. Is that the first time I've had that? Why are we levitating? Why did you push us? Oh, it's because he sinks into the water after you talk to him. I was like, wait a second. What is happening? Okay. But yeah, I feel like he usually, you know, makes a comment about me traveling to him, but not necessarily telling me a little story. So that's interesting. And nice, you know. Come on. I see it there. Please let me click it. Ah, no. Damn. Ah, yes. Hello. Yes. I once passed through the rootless grove where the elves lost their name. They were once the Silren, children of the Moonwood, blessed by the goddess Alondra. But they betrayed her trust for power, and she took their roots. Now they drift, tree to tree, spirit to spirit, never planting, never belonging. They smile, but only with their eyes. Thank you for planting your heart where it can grow. Oh, ba-ling. Nope, we're doing our circuit first. Figure out your rhythm, woman. Oh, that was wow. I thought I was clicking that one. I was apparently clicking a different one. Too many zip lines, too many possibilities. How are my ears? It's still not fully popped. Like, every day feels like a micro amount better. Let's see, is my left one still? It's hard to tell with the... because these make me feel like kind of... like there's pressure. But this one definitely is still... I'm over it. I feel like I'm less irritated. Like, it's because it's gotten like a little bit better every day. It's not quite as irritating, but by tonight it might be... because I feel like over the day the sinuses get congested, but just naturally because of spring. And the allergy stuff starts to wear off because I take it in the morning, you know? But better-ish. Thanks for asking. I feel like I'm in better spirits, so there's that. Well, and now that my little one doesn't seem to be needing, we've kind of had the humidifier off for the last week, and he hasn't had any issues in the morning. I'm thinking I need to clean it out anyway, but I'm gonna clean it out and then I'm gonna set it up in my room so that maybe the extra moisture at night. I really need to get, now that we've switched to this smaller humidifier, we used to have a bigger one that broke that we would just run kind of centralized in the house. But I'm thinking I'm going to switch to some smaller ones and just spread them around. Maybe get one for my older son too. Just kind of one each for the bedroom spaces. And see what that does for us. Because I'm sure the fact that we hadn't purchased a replacement humidifier is part of what led to the issues we've had. Oh, yeah. What? 8,000. Do we really need to go behind the castle? I don't know if I need to go behind the castle. I bet I could leave it be for now. I bet we could just do these turtles and then go start the day. Wow. Excuse me. I haven't started renaming them yet. Maybe I should. I do have gas heat. And theoretically, our heater should have a humidifier on it, but we had an issue with that and ruined a motor. And so we disconnected the humidifier. And never... I think we might have to replace the unit if we wanted to have a humidifier again attached to the heater, which is why we switched to having, like, the little ones that you can put around the house. Unless there's another reason you mentioned the gas heater. But yes, we actually had to replace a component because it started leaking within the unit, and then we got super paranoid about it because it was not cheap to repair. Although it wouldn't surprise me if before too much longer we have to replace that, because I can't remember how old it is now, but it might be getting long in the tooth. All right. kills. Starting at 51k. Is that it? Alright. Run the day. Should have some decent money today, though, for sure, for sure. Oh. Hello. You're starting to extend over the platform a little bit there, buddy. Okay. Or probably gonna go ahead and do all of it today because of the patch bonus. Now, does the patch bonus is crafting, so I'm assuming it does not affect fishing in any way. You know, when he finally does add cooking, we're gonna have fish now. I wonder if he'll incorporate that into the cooking. It would make sense for me, you know? Because now we've got fruit and cheese and vegetables and milk and buzz, like, and then fish. I feel like that would just make sense. Eggs. Ugh, I have to remember to get eggs tomorrow. I bought eggs, and then I forgot that my husband made breakfast for dinner, and just was like, oh yeah, we just got eggs. We'll have plenty for Easter. And then I looked in the fridge and went, uh-oh. Just remember to get eggs for tomorrow. Why are y'all spinning? Do they spin willy-nilly? Or do they spin an extra for me today? It's weird. Anyway. Well, crystals. Dark lunacite. That's not what I want. I want star shard. And then we'll do regular lunacite in the others. Oh, but it would be amazing if we could end up having a humidifier attached to the heater again. And we'll know better. Like, that was a whole ordeal when that happened. Because it was kind of a family friend that had an HVAC business who helped get our HVAC installed, but like wouldn't come back to help with any kind of issues with it, and like kept saying he would and then didn't, and ended up having to go through somebody else to get it done. And that's when we found out we ran into all those problems, and we didn't know, you know, we were still really new to figuring all that stuff out, and nobody gives you like a here's how to own your own home manual, you know. So harsh lesson. Luckily we didn't lose the whole furnace over it, because it wasn't, you know, furnaces are not cheap. You know? So anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. It's kind of like the new oven that we just got and the new dishwasher we just got. It's just like, I know so much more about those appliances now than the first ones we bought, you know, and how to take care of them better and that kind of stuff. So, and luckily, you know, the other ones that we had before were not super, super expensive. But it's kind of like, you know, you upgrade and you learn and hopefully do better the next go around. That kind of thing. Does it matter? I think I might just want to make just Buzz. Kind of like when we get a new fridge. I feel like that's the next major appliance to repair, because we've had to replace the dishwasher, the stove, the washer and dryer. I'm trying to think. We've replaced our furnace before. We replaced our water heater, water tank before. I think the fridge is the only other... Oh, the AC unit we have not replaced. Although we've had it worked on to where the guy was like, as long as it keeps running, don't replace it, because central air crap is expensive too. Loving your new fridge? That's awesome. I'm so glad. So was it fancier than your last fridge, or did you just kind of go for a similar thing? I have wish lists everywhere because I either don't want to lose track of things I've been thinking about, or it's kind of like, okay, when you finally are in the market to buy certain things, it's nice to be like, this is one I found that had features that I liked so that I don't forget, you know? So I have a fridge in one of my wish lists now. It's pricey. It's probably not going to be the fridge that we get, but it's on sale right now, and I was like, we're still paying on our dishwasher. And we just got a car, so don't really need that on my list. I got other stuff I got to take care of. But just add it to the list, the never-ending list. Okay. Water dispenser is on the inside as well as the ice maker. Oh, nice. We have looked at a couple that were like that. Oh, my husband would be so stoked if we got one with a nice ice maker on it. Well, and there are some that we've looked at where they've had, you know, spaces specifically for certain things. And that, like, it's not like you can only put the one thing in those spaces. I've looked at some fridges like that too, and I'm like, nope. But like ones that have a dedicated area for like snacks, or like just a quick drawer that's separate from other stuff. I think that would be super handy for, you know, not just the kids, but I like quick snacks too. I swear when I was still buying string cheese that I would eat more of it than the kids did, but can't remember what else we've seen before. But yeah, some of the ice and water dispenser things are really cool. Or like they have their own little panel, so all you have to do is open for that stuff, as opposed to having to dig through the whole fridge. And I could see having a dedicated space for canned sodas, because I drink canned water, but like my husband drinks Coke, and so we always have some kind of cans going on. I could see wanting something like that. And then you start looking at some of the really fancy ones that are like all computer screen. Like, that's too much. I mean, it looks cool and it makes you feel like Star Trek, but also, like, how much do you actually really need that? And is it worth $3,000 to $5,000? For some people, maybe. I am not those people. You have a lot more room with that one? That's nice. Well, and I'm really interested in getting either a side-by-side where the freezer and fridge are split, or getting a freezer drawer on the bottom. Because I find some of the stuff, especially since I shop at Costco now, having things in really big boxes or in heavy bulk containers, bags, things like that. It'd be nice to have to, like, not have to, like, reach and shove and do all this, but kind of have them low. In a drawer. But I have no idea. I mean, like, our fridge is still working for now, so it's not really on a high priority. But we've just, you know, as we buy other appliances, we always look to see what's going on in some of the other appliances that we don't actually need to replace. Just for fun, you know? And so I've looked at some fridges where it's like, wow, that's cool, or wow, that's expensive, or wow, that's really a lot, you know? We do too. A separate freezer in the garage. It'd be nice to have more capacity inside, though. Especially, like, if the kids weren't here, you know? It might be one thing. But because the kids are here, like, we tend to have a variety of stuff that if it was just me and my husband, we probably wouldn't have. And then if we try something, you know, like my my kids, I don't get them very often because pancakes are so cheap to make. But sometimes I'll buy like the little mini pancakes or whatever. And they take up some space. Luckily, they eat them. We just threw away a box of waffles that nobody ate, and I don't remember. I don't remember what the expiration / best by date, whatever it is on that package was. And my husband was like, I think it's time to just let these go. And I was like, you know what? That's probably very true. So let's just do that. It's kind of like some of the stuff, like I've tried snacks from Costco, and people have been like, well, I'll eat it, and then it'll sit and nobody will touch it for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. And eventually I'll just take it to work. Because I'm just like, I don't want things sitting in our cabinets dying just because we tried it, we didn't like it. It's like, you know what we do now? We don't buy it again. We try to remember the stuff that we're like, or that we might eat, but might eat like a smaller quantity of, not a Costco bulk bag of it, you know? Because you better like it if you get it from a big box store like that, where it's just like a bulk store like that, because if you don't, you're probably going to waste it. It's kind of like I bought, they had some sun chips, like one of those little bags with 4 different flavors, and apparently the 2 people in the house that will eat them only like 2 of the flavors. Like 1 flavor for sure, and another flavor if it's available and nothing else is. But the other 2 flavors, they're like meh on. Which is fine. I might try and find just plain sun chips, because that's the one they like the best. But I'm not going to buy those again. I hate sun chips. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know if it's a texture thing, but I don't like them. I've tried them multiple times. I even tried the flavors they don't like, just to see if maybe, oh, this is what did it for me. No. But then other things, you know, we'll inhale them. It's also kind of funny to me where it's like, if I'm like, okay, this is a snack that people will eat a ton of and they'll just inhale it in like 2 days. If I buy it like 2 or 3 times in a row, they stop. It's weird. Except for Funyuns. Me and the boys. If they are in the house, they will disappear so fast. It's insane. It's probably my favorite chip, though. So there's that. Ruffles all the way. And, you know, Costco used to sell Ruffles. And it really pisses me off that they don't anymore. Because all they sell now, as far as potato chips are concerned, are Kettle. And I don't like Kettle chips. Like, maybe every once in a while if that's what's available. But I don't want them. I don't want Kettle chips. I like baked Lay's, baked barbecue Lay's. Those are up there for me as well. I will inhale those, man. Did they get introduced when I was a teenager? Anyway, whenever I first started eating them, or whenever they came out, if they were getting made before then, I don't know. But I feel like they started making them when I was a teenager. And man, if I got a bag of those, I would just inhale them. Did I get down to 20K? Close enough. But yeah. So it's hard because potato chips I could probably buy in bulk. Tortilla chips, sometimes I can buy in bulk because if like we're in the mood, or we're like in a salsa mood, you know, or we have like tacos or something, like that's one thing. But sometimes I'll buy tortilla chips and they'll go quick, and then other times it's just they'll sit there and just go so stale. So I actually don't frequently buy large bags of tortilla chips anymore. Yeah. And they're everywhere. Like, I know it's one of those things that just kind of took over. It's kind of like finding things that aren't dark chocolate. Like, I don't mind dark chocolate. I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate. But it has taken over so much of like chocolate stuff now that I'm just like, can I just have some milk chocolate? At least every once in a while. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's taken over or like kind of gotten inserted into a lot of treats and snacks where it's just like, can we have not this now? Love dark chocolate, and a lot of people do. I know that's part of the reason it's so popular. I know there's also like some health related things to it too, and if that's what you like, then awesome. But it's just sometimes I feel like if other people at work bring in chocolate, I could almost guarantee you it will be dark chocolate. And I know a lot of people like it, and it goes quick, so obviously, you know, it's not like I'm probably the outlier in the group really, but and it depends on the dark chocolate. My boss brought in these dark chocolate covered almonds at one point, and I don't really care about almonds, and I don't really care about dark chocolate, and I couldn't get enough of those damn things. And I don't even know what it was about the combination, or maybe it was the brand that made them, or what. But I was like, I can't believe how much I like these, considering. So, you know. And I like dark chocolate better now than I used to. Maybe it's because that's what I get more often than not. But I'm also not a chocoholic, you know? So it's not like I think I started I bring in candy to work. So like peppermint and hard candies. Butterscotch, cinnamon discs. I've brought in Jolly Ranchers and Werther's and just all kinds of just hard candies. Well, I started because I was like, I feel like we need a chocolate. So I started bringing in Hershey's Kisses. And I like Hershey's Kisses just because they're a small bit of chocolate. So that's nice. Oh, I got up to 63,000 because of the bonuses yesterday. That's awesome. No octopus. Okay. Oh no. I fell off because I clicked the wrong button. But yeah, I keep meaning, like, I would love to find some savory stuff. The things at work I have to have individually wrapped. Since it's you know, kind of left out for anybody. And things like that are more expensive. Because, of course, all the extra packaging. And smaller portion sizes because, you know, you're paying for the is it convenience or is it just the added benefit of being able to have individually packed? Anyway, it's usually more expensive for less product because of having them individually wrapped. There we go. Yes, I am saving up for an expansion. I have 4 to go. Hello. Let me sing to you in voice not of song, but of memory. Leora, the girl of starlit voice, and Talon, her sworn shield, climbed the sacred peaks of Silrune. The goddess Althara had vanished, stolen by the betrayer, Valor the Shadow Tongue. Through trials and faith, they rose not with rage, but love. It was her song, not his sword, that restored the world. Thank you for letting that melody echo once more. Nice. I don't remember that story. So that's nice. Either it's new or I just didn't remember. I clicked the right one today. Or, yeah, I guess it is a different day. I was like, wait, we're still in the same Sunday. No, in-game day. There we go. But yes, once I get all of those expansions, I'm going to start glow spiring the crap out of the world again. And then I can really focus on fishing. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the jam. I just did the buzz. Oh well. I have a lot of jam. I'm not super fussed. This game is so peaceful. It's only as chaotic as I make it. Although I am looking forward... Okay. Have you ever played or seen anybody play Subnautica? Because it's been buzzing in my brain. And I'm not sure. I might put out a poll just to see if anybody else weighs in on it. Because I feel like we're going in positive direction, although it still sounds like Crafton is up to some questionable, probably putting it nicely, behavior. You have? I love that game. But I feel like, you know, the litigation that's going around Subnautica 2 is at least going in favor of the developers and not the business people who are trying to pull some shady crap. And I'm hoping that things continue to go in a positive direction, because I would really love to not have a really, you know, solid reason to have to not get that game, because I would love to. But I'm also kind of like, since I've been watching stuff going on, you know, content around what's been going on with the development trials and tribulations of Subnautica 2, it's been also like I've been getting videos suggested to me to watch people playing Subnautica for the first time, and so I've been watching people play it, and it makes me want to play it. And I don't know if anybody would be even remotely interested in watching someone play it again, because I have played it before, but I kind of want to like play it, and I don't know when I would have time unless I squeezed it into stream. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that. I might put out a poll just to get feelers, and it may not be anytime soon. It's just, I love that game so much. It was so much fun. If I could play it again for the first time, I totally would, you know? It's kind of like Alien Isolation. If I could play that for the first time and feel the way I felt the first time, the first time the alien's introduced, the first time it's actually down physically with you and stalking around, like, if I could feel that again for the first time, that would be amazing. I wouldn't mind replaying that again. But I kind of want to play both of them just to kind of hype myself up a little bit for the second one. But watch. I might have to. I've just been, like, I don't know how much I've watched this last week, where it's like, you kind of want to, like, and I've been getting more clips, so that's probably part of the reason I've been like, should I watch this person play it for the first time? But, yeah, it's so good. It's just well done. And there are things, honestly, there are things that I never, like, there's a bunch of capsules I'm sure I never found. There's a lot of probably, like, if you really comb through, there's tons of lore. Like, they really fleshed out the world, you know? And I think that's part of what makes it so good. I actually was watching somebody who was reading most of the entries, and I was like, I don't think I've read half the entries in that game. And it would still be anxiety inducing, even though I would be anticipating it because I've played it before. I can't remember when I played it. I think I played it on my husband's Steam account, because he's like, oh yeah, I've got it. And then he wouldn't play it because he was freaked out by the ocean. All right, what am I doing? Am I doing anything else before I turn on the day? I think that I'm not. So I'm going to turn on the day. And I'd like to play Below Zero again, because I haven't played that in a while either. And I'm sure I didn't find everything in that game. Although, I guess people didn't like it as much, which is fine. I remember liking it. Although I find I'm usually not as picky as lots of people can be. All right, or where are we at? 6, 7, 8. Oh, that last one flipped up. Well, and the latest drama around Subnautica 2 is that they... Have you been following any of that? Where they had to go to court because Crafton, who owns... But I can't remember what the development studio is. They essentially tried to get out of having to pay the top people in their development team a bonus. And I'm probably missing details, so do not quote me on everything. But essentially, they tried to get out of paying some people by firing them. And they just recently got ruled that they had to at least reinstate the top guy that they got rid of. And then also, they will have to pay out if... I think there's like certain milestones are reached, they get paid out a bonus for those milestones. And if they get all of them, it's up to $250 million. So it's a big deal. And so the most recent thing was that they also came out and said, oh, early access is coming out in May. Even though this guy just got reinstated and they haven't like formally coordinated an early access launch. And so now the community is going to be put in a position of how to respond to that, because if they were innocent and it was just an innocent leak, then, you know, you could chalk that up to, you know, the fact that they've been going through all this legal stuff and like miscommunication can happen and it could be fairly innocent, or it could have been done maliciously and they're actually trying to sabotage things now because of the court case. Who knows? Regardless, you know, the development team now either has to do early access when they said, which is May, or they'll have to delay it because it's not in fact ready. Either one of those could make them look bad, which is not great, you know, depending on how closely their community and people who might buy the game are following all of the turmoil. And I was thinking to myself, like, we really need to be patient, because no matter what the actual intention was, whether or not it was to kind of sabotage them in a way or be completely innocent, you know, like, us getting frustrated with whatever they do, whether or not they postpone it or release it when it shouldn't actually be released yet, you know, it can only help support the development team and the creative people that are struggling with all of the business, you know, tomfoolery that is occurring. So, I don't know. I'd love to see it sooner rather than later, but I am also willing to be patient because I would rather the development team get what they need in order to make, because the stuff I've seen looks so good. And of course makes me excited to want to play it sooner, but I can wait if that's what they need. And the business people can just bite me. You know? Like, I understand creative industries need business partnerships, but I hate it when business mentalities take over and shortcut what creativity and creative pursuits need. You know, for usually money reasons. And that's just meh to me. Like, can you just let them work? Can you just let them do what they do? Anyway, it's not always bad, but sometimes it's just like I think the one that I always think of when I think about business interfering with creative pursuits is Firefly. I think that's what I always think about, because they sabotaged the crap out of it. And it could have been so epic, you know? And it's now kind of infamous for how poorly it was treated. Oh, I already clicked. It already started spinning. I didn't even register. And I feel like that's the one, because if you're not, have you ever watched Firefly? You know, they did it dirty. And they did it dirty for business purposes, and because business sometimes thinks they know better than the creatives what needs to be done to make something successful. And it's just upsetting. Although now they're supposed to be doing an animated... The cast, the remaining cast, is supposed to be doing an animated Firefly show. So that'll be interesting to see. Never watched it? Okay. I 100% recommend, and this is... I'm looking straight into your soul. I 100% recommend watching it. It is half of a season and a movie. It is 13 episodes? I don't really think of I like the number. Anyway. It is like, what? Not even 13 hours of your life. And 2 hours of a movie. So 15 hours. 100%. I recommend watching it. And I'm sorry if you do. Because you will understand if you have never heard anybody talk about it before. You will understand why I'm apologizing to you. But I 100%. If you never watch anything else I recommend to you. And when you do watch it, I like how I'm already committing you. You must find the correct order, because when it was aired on Fox, was it Fox that aired it? I think it was Fox. When it aired, they made a 2-hour-long pilot, and then they said, people aren't going to watch this, people aren't going to get into it, it's going to take too long, do another pilot. So the first episode that aired on television was the second episode of the series. And it was all action. And it skipped over the introduction to the characters, the world, just kind of how everybody fit together. Now, you don't get all of their backstory and all of the information in the first episode, but you get a lot of information that is really helpful because it is a future show. Check it out when you're done with Dexter. Okay, I'll hold you to it. I'm gonna... Seriously, if you never watch anything else... But it's set in the future, and it is a space western. It is set in a future, and I'm not giving you any spoilers. It is set in a future where essentially, like, I think the US and China were like the two superpowers that kind of emerged as human race was emerging out into space. So culturally speaking, there's a lot of Western and a lot of Chinese Eastern flavors that mix together in language, in costumes, in aesthetics. So you have people who look like cowboys, but also wearing kimonos and like interact like in the mix. Now, they're not the only aesthetics in there, but I see a lot of people who watch that show get a little confused if they don't know that, because they will occasionally speak in Chinese. Now, the cast will be the first to tell you that they did not pronounce things very well. But for like people who don't know Chinese, you're just like, wait, what was that? Why was that not translated? Because people will watch it with subtitles and then it won't translate the Chinese, partially because they use Chinese to swear. But anyway, none of that's really spoilery. It's just kind of letting you know when you get into it, not to be confused. If you hear them making words that sound kind of like Chinese, that's why. And they never really get a chance to explain that. Because, again, it's 13 episodes. It's half a season. And then all of the episodes were aired out of order. Besides being screwed over by the very first episode not even being the pilot, the rest of the season was also aired completely out of order as far as what it should be. So when you find it, you must start and do it in order the way it was intended. Okay. You can watch on Disney Plus. I'm pretty sure they anywhere you can stream it from will stream it in the correct order. But the and they had commercials. Remember, it was on regular television, so there were commercials. So the first episode should be like an hour and 40 minutes or something. It was a 2-hour pilot. So, and you can always look up an episode list if you're curious. And then I don't remember how long after the series ended that the movie was made, but the movie was born out of like the passionate demand of the fan base, because it was several years, and it's kind of wild still to think about them making a major motion picture release on a show that didn't get to even air a full season, if that tells you how passionate the support must have been at the time. Because I remember we went to the theater and saw it. It was amazing. Anyway, I could go on and on for ages, and maybe once you watch it, we can talk more. And if you have questions, I could answer them for you. But the captain is Nathan Fillion. I don't know if you're familiar with him or enjoy him, but he's the lead. I mean, the cast is great. So I love that show. Now I kind of want to watch it. And that's a nice thing, even though I would have loved to have had more. The nice thing about it being so kind of short is that anytime you want to binge it, it really doesn't take that much time out of your life to just go through it again. Like, if I want to go through Buffy and Angel again, that's 12 seasons worth of time. That's a bigger commitment. All right. 72,000. Okay. Did I actually level fishing at all? I did. I must not have registered. Honestly, that's probably good. I was going on and on and on about Firefly. Probably why I didn't register anything else. All right. Time is it? It's 2. Ugh, I've been here for 3 hours and 20 minutes. If I do one more day, I can get the expansion. Okay. I should be building a desk by now, though. Well, soon. Okay, so I could skip Peaches for today. I can't... Ooh. Hello. I can't skip the blue fox or the turtles, but I could skip the Peaches. And that should save me a little bit of time. Is there anything else I need to not skip? I think we're good. Hello, Tree Man. Are they both Tree Men? Oh, and Ruby. Hello. Fantastic. Nobody down the hill. This is the second day with multiple visitors. And, wow. The luck. We love to see it. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done this first. Oh, well, it's fine. We'll go up here and talk to you since you're here. But don't push the button yet. Hello? Obril. I never remember the stone guys' names. Star Shard is found where wishes fell and stayed. It hums with what might be, not what was. Hold it close and speak nothing. Excellent. Increased mining. Ooh. Hello. How you doing, Birdhorn? Ah, well now. I have not seen someone tending this place in quite a long while. There is care here. I can feel it in the soil and the way the wind moves through the grass. You should cherish the time, little one. It passes faster for you than it does for trees. My name is Verdhorn. I am what some call an elder root. I travel across many lands, through deep forests, quiet plains, and mountains that speak only to the patient. When I walk, I listen. The rivers tell stories, the stones remember old arguments, and the roots beneath the ground whisper secrets older than kingdoms. Sometimes I wander so long that I lose track of the seasons and time forgets to follow me. But I always find my way back to Ursa. There is a calm here that few places carry. The land breathes easily, and even the winds seem content to wander rather than hurry. So I return now and then to rest, to listen, and to remember that the world can still be gentle. It is good to meet you, shopkeeper. The land seems quite pleased that you are here. So it seems like he has added some introductory things. Because I don't remember him saying that to me when I first started playing, so Umbra had an intro speech. So either it's been long enough that I have forgotten, which is entirely true, or entirely possible, but also it could be new, because I don't remember. All right, so we go talk to Umbra, and then we have to make sure and go talk to Ruby. Hello. Ah, I once watched the golden towers of Arunvale shine so brightly they cast no shadows. Its king held a blade that borrowed time, striking with the speed of lost years. But such gifts are never free. Each step forward stole a day from his life. He gave them all, one by one, to protect a people who never saw him bleed. Only when he was gone did the city finally understand the dark. Thank you for remembering those who give quietly. Yes, yes. All right, now we go talk to Ruby. All right. Hey, Ruby. How you doing, baby? Well, hey there. You must be the one taking care of this place. I like that. Lands like Ursa deserve someone who actually shows up for them. My name's Ruby, Red Dragon, the loud kind. Funny thing is, when I was younger, plenty of folks said I'd never fly. They looked at my wings, my temper, my stubborn streak, and decided they knew exactly what I'd become. Turns out they were wrong. I didn't fly because someone believed I could. I flew because I refused to believe I couldn't. A little determination, a lot of perseverance, and a few kind souls who gave me a chance. That was all it took. Now I go wherever the sky leads me. I rest in places others are too afraid to land. I help the people who need it most. And I hold my head high because I learned something important. No one else gets to decide who you are. You decide that. And you know what? I can already see it in you. No matter what anyone else might say, you're unique. You're incredible. And something tells me you're going to be part of some very great things. Aww. Very nice. With a shimmer of crimson flame, Ruby the Red Dragon bestows her blessing upon your shop. Fantastic. So many visitors in one day. We love to see it. Love, love, love. All right. So now, what do I want to do? I want to go grab the blue fox. Hold on. Scratch my face. And then go get the Wordles. Blue fox, blue fox. I love the autumn colors of the trees. Very pretty. Hello? Boop. One amber burst. There's no... Okay. It's like, that'd be wild if the octopus was here too. Wild. Next week's the 6-day work week. And somehow I have to figure out time to deal with Easter stuff. Although my husband is supposed to boil eggs, so I'm buying the eggs tomorrow. And then I told him Tuesday it'd be great if he could get them boiled, because then I'd have Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, or Saturday night to dye the eggs with the kids. And hopefully I could get it done Tuesday night. That would be amazing. And then we would just be done. Still like torn about trying to convince my kids that the Easter Bunny could use a break from hiding eggs, and maybe we could make a different treat out of it. Like getting them, you know, giving them a budget and taking them shopping or something. Like here, because they're both old enough that, you know, like my 15-year-old's definitely old enough. My 8-year-old is kind of odd. Like he'll be like, I know how things work, but then also still full on pretend everything with me. So I'm just like, how much do I say? How, you know, what are we doing? What are we doing, kid? But, but I work Saturday, so I work 6 days in a row, and we're planning on going to the drive-in on either Friday, probably Saturday night. Oh God, Friday or Saturday night is going to kind of suck, timing-wise. Saturday night might be the better night to do it. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Friday night might be... Anyway, I'm not deciding that right now. But we're planning on doing that, too, because it's the first weekend of the drive-in. And, Super Mario Galaxy is going to be at our drive-in. We don't know what the second movie is yet, but... the little one wants to see Super Mario Galaxy, and he picked the drive-in. Because I was like, well, we could go to the theater and see it on a big screen or in 3D or something, because we have the movie tickets that I pay for. Or we could try and go to the drive-in and use cash to pay for that. He picked the drive-in, so... because unfortunately, we're down to one drive-in in town. And they are a per person, not a per carload payment. So it is pricier to go, which sucks, because it's like I want to support them. Not only have they been family owned and run for a long time now, but also, I did not light the candle. They're the only one left. All the other ones got closed down because the businesses that run them have just, I think, converted the land to just be storage for various either cars or construction or whatever. And so they just just didn't renew the movie people's contracts. And so there's only one left, and it sucks because I love the drive-in. And our new car has a huge moonroof on it, so we're really looking forward to seeing how cool it is to sit under the stars but still in the car and be all cush and comfortable. Anyway, it's just a lot. There's nothing else I need to do over there. I was like, wait, I feel like I was over here looking at the book for a reason, but I don't think so. I think I just need to light the candle and go. Okay. So I have $3 grand to make before I can pay for... Actually, I do know what I wanted to look at. I knew there was something. I wanted to see how many bonuses I actually had. Did I have 4? Is that what it is? But yeah, this is going to be a long week. And then I work the next week, like normal. And then the week after is my week off. Okay, so I do have 4. I have the Waters Blorb. What? How do I have... Isn't the Waters Blorb the water guy over here? No? Am I crazy? I hit the wrong button. I thought the Waters Blorb was because of the guy in the water. Because I should have Verdhorn, Ruby, Olmbrow, and the guy up the hill. The rock guy. Starts with an O. Ruby's torch, Ombrow's light, Verdhorn's path, Obril's shine. Did it not just say water blorb? And change on me? Okay, this should be it. So I've got 15%, 15%, 10%, and 15%. 3 harvesting and 3 mining. Not that it super matters because I'm not going to go around and do stuff, but I'm going to push the button again. I wonder if it was stuck on water blorb because I had it earlier in today's play. I bet that's what it was. Right. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, the question is, how close did I get to beekeeping being done? Because I'm not going to get it today. Ooh, refining to 26, though. That's nice. I keep thinking I should buy more of these and level it faster. You know? I could move them inside now. And maybe move them in and put them here. Whoop. And maybe put these on the other side. Is there enough room to put them on the other side? Maybe. I could put them on the other side. And then make one side completely ore. Just to level it faster, you know? That'd be nice. Well, and I would buy more of the Crystology stuff, except for that stuff is so expensive. So expensive. Alright. I have the most honey glow. Well, and I found out what my kid wants to do for his birthday. He wants to go to the same place. It's like a trampoline park. He wants to go there for his birthday again this year. Which is fine. They had a good time last year, which is good. I wonder if he's going to want to invite his friend. His friend that they could never sort out when to actually go to the park. I feel kind of bad about it too, but it's just like, well, you know, they had planned on it for Thursday, and then the other kid's parents ended up backing out, and then they never got it together. They got to play Roblox a bunch together though, and then used my husband's phone so they could talk. But it still sucks trying to coordinate with little kids sometimes, because they get like, because that's all they can think about. They don't have to think about work and groceries and dinner and cleaning, and you know, it's just like, I want to hang out with my friend. That's it. But maybe he'll be the one that we go with to the park, the trampoline park, for his birthday. It's hard to coordinate sometimes with the kids in school when you have a summer birthday though. But anyway. Do I want to give you ore? How do I not have enough money yet? Man, I swear people shop all day. And then they all check out at the end, like, right at night. Like, part of it's because my shop is a little bit spread out, but, you know. Eventually, I'll build that building for real, right? Put all my stuff right next to the checkout. Did I forget to give him stone yesterday? You know why I didn't give him stone yesterday? Because I spent time fishing yesterday. That's what happened to me. Why won't you feed him? I wasn't close enough? Ugh. What? It's gonna make this a chore. Well, not crazy so, but still. Not as easy as what I usually do, which is just stack it all right up in my face, and then feed him around the stack. Hmm. All right. There we go. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. I was trying to wait until I actually had the money because I wonder if I can get a few last-minute customers if I can get the upgrade done before the shop closes for the day. Right. Because each expansion gets you +2 customers. And I'm assuming that that's at any given time, you know? This is not how we do that. Not enough coin. Okay, still 74.5. Excellent, excellent. All right. Which way did that... Hold on. Which way did that go? Did it go out there again? Yeah. Oh, like literally just before the candle stopped. Ah! All right. Well, it didn't make that much difference for today, but tomorrow, for sure, will make difference. Not that I'm playing that game today, but we got the expansion, and that's what matters most. We also learned how to fish mostly effectively. I'm going to have to look at the Discord and see if anybody has... Either there has been definitive, this is how you tell the difference between, like, mythics and just common and stuff like that. Or if people are still kind of puzzling that out. I could always check the wiki, too, and see if that's been updated for the fishing stuff. Because although, you know, it's been out for, what, 11 days now? You know, people may have already pieced together or had information. They've already done all that. Or they could still be working on it. You know, who knows? Or maybe something official is in there that I haven't looked at yet, which is always possible. I also might go ahead and add, and let me write it down before I forget. Oh, I know what that is. It's fine. Okay, Teddy's Haven. Suggestion. Some kind of collection book. Collection list. For fish. And craftables. I think that would be super awesome to have. Like a checklist. Ooh! And a shop level. Right at the end of the day. Look at that. 8,000. I didn't end up with 2K at the end of the day after spending almost 75,000. It's great. And people are still shopping, so I'll go ahead and continue feeding you ore. I did not get back down to 10,000 stone, but considering we started with 45,000 stone, I think we did pretty good to get down. I'm going to try and get down to 20K. So I would have fed him over half. And actually more than that, because every day I get more stone, right? So I probably fed him somewhere between 30 and 40,000 stone today. Once I'm done with this. I'm gonna I have to shift him again. So normally what I do, and after I put this down, is I take his foot that's here, and I put it on this corner. That's usually how I move him, is I just try and keep shifting him away, and as he grows, I think he expands in both directions. But this is how long it's been since I've moved him last. Because he doesn't move fast. Because he probably expands in all directions. So it's a subtle thing. But once you're like, wait a minute, why is your foot almost to the building? And he's probably clipping into the building now. Yep. It's okay, baby. I'll move you. I'll move you. I'll finish feeding you and then I'll move you. Come on. But I told my husband, since we're going to kind of make a big to-do about going to the drive-in, that he could get Kentucky Fried Chicken, because he loves Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it's gotten pricey enough now that it's like a treat. Because it's okay. I like it, but not enough to want to spend a ton of money on it all the time. And so, and my kids, like, the little one's fine with it because he likes chicken. He likes fried chicken. He loves chicken wings. And he likes eating things off the bone. He's like, he'll look at a waitress or, you know, a server and go, bone in. I don't want boneless. Like, okay, man. But, I looked at my husband, I'm like, you get a bucket of chicken. Because that's what we used to do when we were dating. Of course, everything was cheaper back then. And we didn't have kids, so it was just us. But, we would get, you know, a bucket of chicken and go to the drive-in. And then I looked at my older son, and I was like, and we could splurge and get some chips with some French onion dip. And he was like, figure we'll just make a big production out of it, because we're probably not going to go a ton, just because it is a little bit pricier to go. But figure the first, and I still have that money that my mom gave me for Christmas set aside so that we can, I told my husband there's like maybe 2 or 3 more, depending on what kind of outings they are. There's probably 2 or 3 more outings in there, so. All right. I believe the customers are done, which is great. I'm almost done with this. Got my shop expansion, got a new level. Oh, that means one of those upgrade things is available. Oh, that's one of the things. I was like, I know I spent some money on stuff. What did I spend money on? I spent money on upgrades because content had come out and I was trying to buy up all of the upgrade stuff. Okay, can I actually see where... So I usually bring him forward because it's hard to see if I put him out here. Exactly where his foot is, so I try and go into where the platform is, in case you're wondering how I try and do this from so far away. I pull him forward until he's like almost at the edge, and then once the platform kind of disappears, I know he's about where he needs to be. About. It'll work for now. I might finesse it just a little bit. Because his ankles are so big now, it's kind of hard to tell exactly where he's at. I'm almost, like, I'm close enough to the island to get the music. That's how big he is, and that's like his midpoint. It's a little better. All right. Is that better for you? You enjoy standing on water, buddy? Right. Well. But yeah, we got an expansion. We got a level. We got fishing started. We got a couple of days with visitors. We got to hear some new, you know, they're not voice lines. What? Storyline? Like story things? Some introductions. Got to put this to use. Look at that. 4, 6, and 6. So we're not selling through every day, which is nice. Because I feel like I'm not doing very much fishing at the moment. But we'll get there. I got to level 9 of fishing already, which is good. Oh my god. Look how close beekeeping got. One more day probably would do it. Dang it. Okay, refining. I might move refining inside and expand it. Crystology. Crystology is going to take just ages, but it'll be okay. By the time, well, yeah, I might wait to expand Crystology until later. By the time I get done or closer to being done with refining, I bet I'll have enough money to expand the Crystology stuff. So I should now have access to this. 7K. Ah! There's another one. You can box him up. I don't want to box him up. I don't want to put him in a box. I actually put him in a box once by accident. And I was really upset about it, actually, because I kind of want to know how big he, you know, like, how big does he get? Does he just never stop growing? I like having him be massive, though, that's for sure. It is nice to know you can do that if you don't want him to be that big. If I had to feed him at his mouth, it would be more of a problem. But the fact that I can just, like, have him absorb stone through his feet, I don't care. Man, another pack for alchemy. Dang it. This should be at the bottom, though, right? What new potions? I do love all the potions, though. Potion of Minor Undead, Potion of Tangle Leaf, and Potion of Creeping Dread. And they are not cheap to get. Yeesh. Of course, some of these other potions are more expensive. But, anyway, I feel like we made good progress. And we got to see the new content. And fishing, not terribly difficult. Just getting used to the cues and not clicking too early. But that's probably a me thing because I do it in every game with fishing. So, but not super stressful, you know, which I was expecting. I was expecting it to not be super stressful. Yeah, I'd like to know more about the rarity, like how can I tell? I still think like a collection list or book or menu or something would be fantastic. But yeah, I might drop that suggestion over in the Discord, and then I'm also going to take a peek and see if there's any information floating around that might answer some of my burning fishing questions. But next week, we get back into Dreamlight Valley because the Extravaganza event is starting. And then I believe the 8th is when they have announced Pocahontas and that Star Path are starting. So there will probably be 2 consecutive Thursdays of Dreamlight Valley content. Sundays are still kind of up for grabs. Let me look and see what... We could do more Autonomica. We could do Bookshop Simulator. We could do more Teddies. Or we could do something new. I could play demos. I don't know. I almost wouldn't mind doing a bookshop. Let me percolate it. You can always drop comments or make suggestions. What games do I have? Hold on. Let me, since we're just chatting now. Actually, you know what? Before I do any of that, I did get Retro Rewind. So that's a possibility to get in the mix. To start playing that. I could see if I could start up Subnautica. I might do a poll first and see. I mean, we still might do it. You said you'd watch and I'm really excited about it. So maybe we'll just do it. But I'm going to go ahead and do this business. And then, let's see. What are the other possibilities? I've got so many demos that we could try too. Let me take a peek at my list. I still have Libertopia and Tiny Bookshop and Yard Shop Simulator. Those 3 I've still been holding on to. And then I've got a ton of demos. Like a ridiculous amount of demos. Because I went on a kick of looking it up. I like looking up videos about upcoming. So we could do a demo day. Let me think about it. I don't know what next Sunday will be. Oh, not going to do that. Okay, so we'll play it by ear. Oh, that's the other thing, is Sunday might be off. There is a slim chance that I will cancel next Sunday because of Easter, because it's a 6-day work week, because we're planning on going to the drive-in. So it might be a mystery. Or it might be the afternoon. It might be one of those things where instead of streaming, you know, my normal midday, I might shift it to the afternoon just so that the morning can kind of be family time. Or it could be an outright cancel. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble. I'm starting to repeat myself. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you had a lovely time hanging out here. I always appreciate your company. And don't forget to like, follow, subscribe if you have not done any of those things, would like to do those things, have done some of those things, would like to do other things. And I hope you have a lovely day, nighttime, wherever you are, whenever you are. And I will see you next time. Yeah. Bye.